Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in or you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know. Time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K. All right, even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down, my G's, all right? Now, listen, man, do me a favor, man. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot. Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right, now listen, man. Big salute to everybody in the DM. Y'all blowing me up. I ain't forget you. I didn't forget you. I told you I was coming back at 11 o'clock. It's 11:45 and it's 11 people in the chat. All right, we going to run these numbers up. I ain't forget you. Listen, I'm an old man. I just look like this. Yeah, I took a nap, I laid down, and I almost canceled the live stream for the night. But you know what? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, I got a lot of people in the DM saying, Big G and BTV, what's your perspective on everything that's going on with Papoose and 50 Cent? I mean, what's your thought process on everything that's taking place with Hassan Campbell, Maino, even Adin Ross? I mean, we need to know. We need you to go live and give your thought process, give your perspective on the situation, and here we are. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And I gotta say, it's nasty work, my G's. Looking into these YouTube streets, watching what's being fed to the algorithm, paying attention to the narratives that's being painted. All the while, Donald Trump and the administration is bum rushing Venezuela. Got the whole Venezuelan president out there in New York City. Yeah. You got to pay attention, man. I told you. Always pay attention to the triple cross. The double cross is easy to see. Yeah, the double cross is easy, but the triple cross is what you got to pay attention to. So while we talking about this and we talking about that, yeah, them people is dropping bombs. Yeah, they bum rushing oil refineries. They got the president of Venezuela in New York City right now. Now listen, if I didn't go live today, if I didn't get my perspective on everything that's going on with the president and all that, then I wouldn't feel comfortable having this conversation and talking about what's in the algorithm right now. You know what I'm saying? I had to do that. So our last live stream was an epic live stream. If you didn't catch it, double back, hit that little red button right there, and you slide it back and you do the replay on that. All right, it's there for your convenience whenever you ready. All right, but tonight it's gonna be pure comedy. Yeah, we gonna have fun. You know what I mean? Big salute to everybody that's tapped in. You already know we gonna have some fun with this. But even though, and even still, when we having fun and it's comedy hour, it's a message in the madness. Oh, and it's gonna be a couple of messages in this madness. All right. I mean, even when we taking it light, it's still a threat to the establishment. So you already know, man. One thing for sure and two things for certain. I see y'all in here. Hey, man, watch your fingers and watch how you're twittering and all that in the chat. Yeah. Breezy Santana, Trooper 6ix9ine, Wisdom B, Charlie B, All In Alkaline Lifestyle. I got some shooters in the chat. Yeah, and I'm talking, they shooting like Steph Curry. Yeah, regardless of what we talking about. Listen, I ain't got to tell them when to knock your head off. All right, so be easy. Be easy, man. Don't get yourself timed out or hidden from the channel. Yeah, whatever they want to do, I let them do that. All right, so I'm going to do some customizations to the chat. You already know, before I give you this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles, before we get into this, I got to do some customizations to the chat because the higher ups and the elites are always paying attention. Yeah. They're always working overtime. They're always playing chess at the highest level. You understand me? And the higher ups and the elites, man, they always trying to muffle the message. They always trying to shadow ban the channel. You understand? You feel what I'm saying? They understand that grown man business TV. And don't you forget the TV is an absolute threat to the establishment. Not only that, they know for a fact, one thing for sure and two things for certain. The revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. So before we go any further, before I give you this pure dope, straight off the brick, directly into the bottles, I need y'all to hit the like button and all that. I need y'all to make sure y'all wipe your feet off when y'all step into the big house. All right, when y'all step into this live stream, tap the screen twice. Don't be a hater your whole life. All right? And we're going to do some customizations to the chat before we talk about this. Big salute, man. I see y'all well over 100 people in here already. Already. The numbers is up. Y'all looking for that dope. Y'all looking for that pure. Y'all looking for the truth. Y'all want to have some fun. Y'all want some laughs. You in the right place. All right, we're going to do some customizations to the chat, and we're going to get into this. And we're going to start off with the homie Curtis Jackson. Oh, 50 Cent. We're going to start with you tonight. Big salute to the chat, man. Yeah, I ain't go. Listen, man. I'm telling you something. I got a message for 50 Cent. All right. After 50, man, we gonna go into the whole situation with Hassan Campbell. It's gonna get deep. It's gonna get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap, especially when it comes to the homie Haas Campbell. You know, we gonna talk about that, and then we gonna end this whole situation tonight with the situation with Adin Ross. You know what I mean? If you're not up to date with what's going on with Adin Ross, you already know. I'm the perfect one to bring you the news, and I'm the perfect one to connect the dots. Ain't nobody connecting the dots like Grown Man Business TV. Nobody. All right? So that's what we going to do tonight. It's going to be an entertaining show. Big salute to the chat. You see that right there in the bottom of the chat, right? I'm sure you see that. Huh? Listen, man, before you get in here with your Twitter fingers doing your Twittering with your Twitter, letting the Twitter fingers do what the Twitter fingers like to do all in the chat, doing the extra Twittering with your Twitter fingers and all of that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, which is yours truly, Grown Man Business TV. Yeah, you in the right place. Big salute to the chat. Well over 100 in here, man. Hit the like button and all that. All right, so Curtis Jackson. 50 Cent, you know, New York native. It's a lot of downloads that's downloading when it comes to what's going on with 50 Cent. You know, especially looking out into the world, understanding that it's a war going on outside that no man is safe from. You know what I mean? You got the bombs being dropped in Venezuela. It's a lot going on with the administration and just in the world, period. And to see the extra activity from 50 Cent on Instagram, it's excessive. I want to say that. It's excessive. You know, we always knew that 50 was a king troll. We always know 50 is not somebody you want to beef with. But his activity on Instagram lately is excessive. And everybody's noticing it. We all looking. Don't get me wrong. It's funny. We getting a good laugh out the situation. But in the back of our head, everybody, we saying, it's a little bit much. Like, I get it, 50, but you ain't no comedian. You know what I mean? It's almost like you trying to, give us a preview of a comedy show you got coming up, or you trying to showcase a new talent and let us know that you could get down with Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, and Kevin Hart. You know, the only thing is, I'm gonna say it. Everybody's thinking this. This is on everybody's mind, but I'ma say it, right? So it's a little excessive with 50 Cent. And it's becoming cringeworthy, right? Let's just be honest. It's becoming cringeworthy watching 50 Cent go back and forth with each and every rapper on Instagram with these memes and these AI generated videos and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's getting deep, it's getting wicked, and it's always deeper than rap, and this shit is nasty work. You know, I don't know really what's going on or who's in control of the social media with these rappers and these celebrities, but the way they coming up with these AI generated videos of each other, and they dancing and they popping pussy and they doing all this wild activity is cringe worthy. Okay. Now, 50 Cent, Papoose, they've been going back and forth. And it's funny and it's entertaining, right? But like I said, we all sitting back and we saying something ain't right about this. Is there a reason why 50 Cent is just heavily and overly active? I mean, did somebody reach out to 50? Is this a distraction? Is he a part of the double cross so that they can get the triple cross past us? You know, that could be a possibility, right? Because it's just a little much. But the downloads are downloading. And the more I'm watching this situation with 50 Cent, Papoose, I'm saying to myself, they lining 50 Cent up, respectfully. And as smart as 50 Cent is as genius as Curtis Jackson is when it comes to the culture, hip hop, when it comes to trolling, when it comes to going to war. Sometimes you could be too smart for your own damn good. And I told y'all about that. Down south, we got a saying, you're too smart for your own good. And if you ask me, man, you know, what I see is a humiliation ritual coming for 50 Cent. I see a lot of old baggage that 50 Cent had swept under the rug being rehashed and reopened. All because of the back and forth beef. All because, you know, you got to be the funniest. And when somebody say something and when somebody respond to 50 Cent, oh, he got to respond back. He got to be the biggest. He got to have the most laughs. I mean, you's a comedian, right? You could be a comedian, or maybe you could have put that red nose on, Curtis. Maybe you a clown. Maybe the industry is dressing you up for the humiliation ritual. And that's my message to 50 Cent. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. You already know I kept the receipts. I don't go nowhere without the receipts. This situation with 50 ain't going to be a long, drawn out angle. We're going to get right into it. I got the receipts, all right? You got to be sleeping under a rock not to know that Papoose and Curtis Jackson are going back and forth, right? You know, Papoose do a little AI situation. Again, I don't even know what app these dudes is using. They must have got their hands on a secret app because this AI generated content they coming with, I ain't know they was that tech savvy. I didn't know these niggas was that technical and that savvy with the iPhone, right? But we saw the whole video of Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent in the club with spandex on, popping pussy. Papoose posted it, and guess what? Boo Boo, 50 Cent, he reposted it. He made sure that millions of people saw him in spandex, high heels, popping coochie out there in the club and all that. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. Clarissa Shields, Papoose, you know, they in love with each other. They dating each other. You got people that feel some type of way about that. We all saw the meme. I posted it on one of my last lives. You can check that out. Fast forward to today. Papoose posts a old clip of 50 Cent's first baby mama. You know, the black girl, the black woman with his son that looks just like him. You know, Marquise, his mother. You know, the baby mama we don't really remember anymore. We don't even talk about 50 Cent's first baby mama, you know, dark chocolate. You already know these celebrities. You know, you got to look at their first baby mama. You can't look at the Daphne Joys. Okay, you got to look at the first female that gave him a chance, just like Lil Durk. Lil Durk first baby mama, she had the dog fur. y'all didn't know that, did you? Little Durk, his first baby mama, the first woman that gave him a chance, looked like she was born in the trailer park. You didn't know that? Yeah. So 50 Cent, first baby mama, she had a lot, you know, she did an interview back in the day. She exposed a lot. Papoose posted it, and we're gonna get into that receipt right there. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if 50 Cent responded or not, but this post right here is a red flag. This post right here from Papoose is the post that told me, Houston, we got a problem. All right? Big salute to the chat. We're gonna get into this. Not staying long. Hey, look. See, a lot of these dudes, they so caught up in the hype. They so caught up in the. Yeah, I always tell you, don't believe your own hype. And a lot of these dudes believe their own hype. So by the time they can see that they in danger, it's already too late. I told you. It's all good until it's not. And when it's not, it's too late. So I don't know, I don't know if 50 saw this, or I don't know if he was, I don't know what happened when he saw this post, but I hope that the red flags came out. I hope that the download started downloading. I hope 50 Cent understands that everything he did to his baby mama that we swept under the rug and forgot about, all that energy towards Marquise, his first son that looks just like him, all that energy is going to come back, bro. All that energy is going to come back. Listen, you know what? Let's play this first receipt right here. Big salute to the chat. You know, if I was in 50 Cent's circle, if I was somebody that 50 Cent listened to, or if he respected my opinion, I would sit 50 and down and say, listen, bro, back up. Let's just back up for 2 seconds. Let's just get off of social media. Let's focus on making these TV shows, whatever you got going on. Get Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. Let's get their podcast rolling. Let's just get We Don't Give a Damn podcast. Let's get them rolling. But as far as you, social media, let's take a small hiatus, my G. You know what I'm saying? If I was close to 50 and I cared about him, I would tell him that. Nobody is bigger than the program, Curtis. Remember that. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this first receipt. Big salute to the chat. Told you I wasn't going to leave y'all hanging. We in here. Hit the like button and all that. Well over 600 people in the chat. I need easily over 100 likes. I almost was going to go take a nap. I was already in La La Land. Yeah. I was already in La La Land, my G. I got up and I got situated, and here we are. Get them likes up to 100. Stop playing in the chat. Talk to the people, my G. Oh, here we go. All right. Look.
He goes on to post this old video of 50's baby moms. No, not Daphne Joy, you guys. Relax. The other one that 50 was with before he became 50 Cent. Now, in this interview that I'm going to play for you guys, she goes on to expose that 50 used to be broke. And not only that, he also lied about getting shot 9 times. Here's what she said.
I was taking care of him. He didn't have any money then. He didn't. I was pregnant with Marquise in 96. He didn't become 50 Cent until 2003. 2003, yeah, 2003. I think give us time trying to come out in 2003, 2003. So he didn't have any money. He wasn't this big drug dealer that he tries to claim to be. First of all, he never was a big drug dealer. He was always a corner boy. Let's get that straight. Like anybody from Jamaica, Queens, Southside Jamaica, Queens, Boo was known for his hands, and he was a corner boy. He but he didn't have any money. I was the one before he got shot, and he signed with J&J Records. I was the one who was taking care of him financially. Was working 18 hours a day on the toll bridge, Whitestone Expressway, paying for DATs, reels, studio time, jewelry, tattoos, companies. Rotten Apple Records, his first company.
How many times did he get shot? Some say 5, 9, 10, 11, who knows? Did you know, they asked you what it was, how many times he got
Absolutely, shot? I know, because I was there. I was I was there with him in the hospital for weeks, to the point where once he was not in his induced coma. Once he saw I was there, he did not let me leave his side. But he was shot 5 times. 5 times. Once in the jaw, the arm, the hip, and everything else was like little like flesh wound. But 5 times. It was not 9. He said he came up with 5. His reasoning to me why he said he came up with 5 was because Tupac got shot 9 times. 5 times. He said Tupac got shot 5 times, so he wanted to sensationalize it because he didn't want to be compared. How many? 5 times. He said Tupac got shot 5 times, so he wanted to sensationalize it because he didn't want to be compared to Tupac. He wanted to make it bigger than what Tupac was. That's what. But he got shot 5 times. That's a fact. And you were there. I was in constant communication with the doctors. I was his next to kin. He got shot 5 times.
If you don't have this in your
Okay, now we gonna let this keep going, right? But I want to just give some context to what she was saying. You know, like I said, Lil Durk, his first baby mama looked like she was born in the trailer park, head full of dog fur. Imagine what kind of stories she got about Lil Durk that's true. 50 Cent baby mom said he was broke. He was never a big time hustler. He was known for his hands, and he was known for, getting it cracking out there. He was a corner boy. But get rich or die trying, they said because she was working 18-hour shifts on the toll bridge out there in New York City. Yeah, back in the day before they had easy passes, you would go through a toll and it would be an actual human there to take your money and give you the receipt. I just wanted to say that for all the youngsters that pay attention to the channel that think everything is easy pass. No, back in the day, we didn't have easy pass, okay? And you got to know something, right? 50's joking pap about being broke, but you was broke at one point. And it's always that one girl, that one baby mama, that one shorty that you was with, that was paying all the bills, that was giving you money, that was helping you out. She said she paid for everything. Okay? Not only that, right? 50 lied about how many times he got shot, allegedly. It sounds so familiar because Uncle Murder did the same thing. I don't know what it is about you New Yorkers, respectfully, but I ain't never heard of nobody taking advantage of getting your ass hit up and then sensationalizing it for the industry. She would know. She was there when it happened. You know, when that hitman ran down on 50 in front of his grandmama, his baby mama, his son. 50 told us he got hit up 9 times and he survived. His baby mama saying he only got hit 5. It was a couple of flesh wounds. He took a shot to the face, a shot to the buttocks, shot to the arm or something like that. Still dangerous, still life-threatening injuries, but it's exposing the inner workings of this whole situation we all been believing for all these years, okay? But that's not even the gist of it. I just wanted to, this is just giving you some context, but we going somewhere with this. We going somewhere, okay? So I want you to keep paying attention. It's already nasty work. Why, what I'm saying? 50 had got this animosity towards his baby mama, and I understand that. We all got that one baby mama we just can't fucking stand, bro. We just can't stand. I feel him on that. But I don't know if she deserve. I don't know, Fifth. You might not even be here in the position you in. You might not even been able to get to Eminem and Dr. Dre in the West Coast if it wasn't for your baby mama, if it wasn't for Marquise's mother, respectfully. She nursed you back to health. She took you to the Poconos when Supreme and them was trying to blow your goddamn head off. Yeah. Where you think he was at when he was nursing them wounds back to health? when he was hiding out from Supreme in the goddamn Supreme team. His baby mama somewhere took him somewhere safe, nursed his wounds, served him goddamn milkshakes when he couldn't eat no food, and they wired his jaws up. I think Shorty's supposed to be taken care of for the rest of her life, if you ask me. Respectfully. That's just what I think. And if not her, right, then Marquise should be your main and top priority. Whatever y'all had, you should have been man enough to fix that. That little dude looked just like you. He looked just like you. And, you know, good or bad, right? Like it or love it, his mama nursed you back to health. But what you do? You left his mama, disrespected his mama, and you went in and you tried to marry Daphne Joy. You tried to start a family with Daphne Joy. That's a part of the karma right there. We gonna talk more or get deeper, but I wanted to give you some context. You think it's a coincidence your fucking baby mama was a sex slave for P. Diddy? Yeah, taking hot showers, freak off all-star weekends where you got Diddy busting her back out. You got 3 goddamn male workers busting her back out, and you in love. You on the beach taking pictures and all that. You a cameraman. You was a cameraman for Daphne Joy. That I don't care what you say about Papoose. I don't care what you say. You feel me? Your baby mama was taking hot showers after all-star freak-off weekends, and you was on the beach with a goddamn candid camera playing cameraman. That's a part of the karma, my G. You wasn't supposed to be rocking with Daphne. You were supposed to be making sure Marquise mama ain't never have to touch another pay stub again. I don't know what it is about you New Yorkers lying about taking these bullets and all that. Uncle Murder said he lied about getting shot in the head so he could sell more records. You told us you got shot 9 times. Whole time you took a shot to the face, to the ass, and to the arm, and you caught a couple of flesh wounds. You got Go ahead and talk to the people, sweetheart. We listening to you. Look.
There, because people are going to debate. Were you there?
I was when he got shot or in the hospital.
Well, both in the shot.
I was there in front of the house when he got shot. Like I said, his grandmother was in the yard planting flowers. Marquise and I had walked him to I can't explain the house. Well, I kind of could, but the house had a porch, so he was still like an outside porch. So Marquise and I was standing in the outside porch. JU came and spoke. If you hear even JU's interviews, which by the way, coming soon, I have
situation which is kind of deep. That wasn't the first time that he abused you, was it?
No, but when it filters out in front of the children, like the first time he ever hit me, to be honest, was I'm gonna talk about this. This is a lot of cathartic moments and stuff, but the first time, I don't even think I've told you this. I think the first time he hit me, I don't think I know. The first time he hit me, I was pregnant with Marquise. Belly out to here.
Well, let me ask you. So Marquise, I'm pregnant with Marquise, so situation, which is famous rapper, G-Unit is clicking. He's a sex symbol in a sense because he's in great shape. Why wouldn't you want to be with somebody at that point in his career?
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. Cap then goes on the caption and says, yo, since you want to post Cap 50, we're going to post facts. Corner boy, translation,
Boo Boo the Fool was a bum before rap. This nigga was taking packs on Guy R. Brewer. What type of gangster lie about how many times they got shot? He said he lied because he wanted to get shot more times than Tupac? Alexa, play What the Helly by Rob 49. This nigga more of a wankster than I thought he was. You hit this black queen while she was pregnant? You abused this black queen? But wife Daphne Joy? Our sisters aren't good enough for you? Hashtag cancel culture. Hey man, listen you guys. Even if you love 50 Cent, you gotta admit that Papoose is doing nothing but keeping his foot on 50's neck. Now, my only question is, when and where does this back and forth stop? We've already talked about who's broke, whose music sells the most, whose baby moms called who broke, and now we're resurfacing DV claims from the past. Even though I know 50 Cent does not give two fucks, at some point, he's gotta reconsider and pull back. Right now, you know you got way more money than Pap, and you got a lot more to lose than he does.
So, again, you know what I mean? Papoose, man, I gotta salute. It's chess, not checkers. It's chess, not checkers. So and again, we gotta be very delicate with this. Because you know, some people go, oh, she's lying, she's not telling the truth. What you know, you gotta be delicate with this. You can't just say she lying, you can't just dismiss her claims, bro. You know what I'm saying? She's saying 50 was whooping her while she was pregnant with Marquise. That might explain the subconscious, you know, anger that Marquise got for his pops. You get the whooping ass while his babies. Come on, son. You can't, yeah, that's nasty work. Okay? You know, you got to be real delicate with that. But that's the claims. So you did a whole documentary on P. Diddy to expose P. Diddy and his DV charges and the allegations, and you want to expose just of how of a monster he is. And now, right now, these things are starting to come out about you. You remember when you was broke and you was frustrated and you had Supreme McGriff on your ass and all the record labels wasn't picking up the phone for you and they was ignoring you and you thought you lost your record deal? Yeah, you know how stressed out you was? It sound like you was probably whooping on. It sound like what she's saying might have some validity to it. Allegedly. Okay. Now, me, you already know, Scroll Man Business TV. I got these clips in the DM. I got a few other clips in the DM. I did a little bit of due diligence. And what I'm finding out is Curtis has a lot of sealed files. He has a lot of sealed documents when it comes to his first baby mama. Sealed documents. That means whenever these situations was taking place or whatever was going on, 50 lawyer got in contact with whoever and said, listen, we need these documents sealed because this information could ruin the credibility and ruin my clients. You know, it could ruin what he has going on. It could alter the album sales. It could change the view of the public that can hurt his business. Okay? Now, I wanted to throw that out there because it's a lot of people that rock with 50. All the real niggas in New York City rock with 50 Cent. But you ain't supposed to have sealed documents on no level. On no level. So I wanted to throw that out there for the homies like Zippy with the Drippy and a couple of other dudes that they just worship 50 and they think he's so real and they think he's so gangster, right? But he got sealed documents. So the things that she's saying, the paperwork is sealed. Oh, 50 been playing with money. When he dropped that first album, he started touching a lot of paper. Real lawyers that'll get the job done. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about a couple of more things, and we're going to move the Hassan Campbell, but I just want to give y'all a quick synopsis of her saying it with her own, You know what I'm saying? Because that was a still recording. Homie didn't want to put the video up there. I want her to say a couple of words, what you just heard, but I want you to see her saying it with her mouth, so you know that wasn't AI or that wasn't like some kind of clipped up document or nothing like that. All right. Big salute to the chat. Well over 800. Run them likes up. Stop playing with the like button and all that. I'm gonna just play a little bit of this and we're gonna get back to it. Nasty work, Curtis. Look, 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 look.
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. It was that and another incident with Marquise. So it was two incidents, but it was kind of close. And there was another incident with Marquise. Yayo and Banks used to have an apartment they used to share in Manhattan. And I went to pick 50 up from there. So Marquise told me that I guess like he had a girl there, like, a girl that, he just told me something. So him and I got to argument. He beat the mess out of me and then told Marquise, see, it's your fault. I had to whoop your mother's ass. So those were the two incidents for me that I said, no, it's time to go.
So they
Bruh, she said she went and picked 50 up from an apartment that they had, picking up Marquise. It was another girl over there. They got to arguing. She said 50 smoked her boots. She said 50 whooped her out. That was allegedly, right? But that's what she's saying. So, I'm going to play one more receipt because I just want to close this out. One more receipt, right? This is Tasha K. I'm gonna just let her run this real quick, and then we gonna wrap this up. All right, because it's a message for 50 Cent. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
Her for quite a while. All right. Now, he decides to get petty and files a $1 million lawsuit against Daphne for saying that he arred her. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was under the impression that she's always made those allegations from the beginning, that he hit her and that he allegedly, arred her and things like that. And so I was under the impression that her story has never changed, okay? I guess maybe his reputation was taking a bit of a hit. But here's my thing. Don't poke the bear. You're poking, you're picking at her. She's your child's mom. You got to see her all the time. And you're on the internet, just chastising her. And that's your son's mama. I don't understand that. And when you have bad relationships with all your baby mamas, it doesn't say anything about the baby mamas. It says everything about you being bitter.
Okay. So I don't like to play too much of Tasha K. I ain't really into her content like that. All the kind of like, the female gossip content. I ain't into that. But I just played that because the one part that stood out to me and what I saw when I was doing my due diligence is that Daphne Joy also, maybe it was a couple of years ago or however long ago, had some charges against 50 as well, saying that he raped her and he physically assaulted her and, domestic DV and all of that, probably due to him going through that phone and seeing the messages and seeing them videos with her and P. Diddy in the All-Star Freak Off weekends and all that. So I say all that to say this. For all these years, we've been watching 50 just railroad and bully his situation through the industry. And we all, it's almost like, we kind of champion that kind of behavior. We do. We thought he got hit 9 times. He survived. Now he's a bully and he's bullying through the industry. But once you get wise enough to understand that the higher ups and the elites, they structure all of this. They put it all together like a action-packed movie. 50 Cent. He got the bulletproof vest. We all love it. We are now approaching a time where 50 is older. Okay, he's a little bit more corporate. He's done and had a lot of influence, and his influence isn't the same influence it used to be. And we all know in the industry, when your influence starts to dwindle, when you start to decline, that's when they start setting up the humiliation ritual. So you doing all this back and forth on YouTube, right? You just put your name and your face and your likeness on the documentary about P. Diddy and all of that. And just like that, we now starting to look at you top of 2026. It's a lot of people hearing and seeing this content that didn't know nothing about it. They didn't know nothing about it, my G. They didn't know nothing about Marquise's mother and what was going on back in the get rich or die trying era. It's a lot of new subscribers, a lot of newcomers to this content, to this music, to who you are. And they're hearing what Papoose just posted about you being just like Diddy. I'm not going to I'm going to close this off, but I want you to understand something. Your documentary is coming. Your situation is about to unfold. All them sealed documents that you got so these people cannot speak is going to come to the light. They're going to sacrifice you up, my G, respectfully. It's definitely on the horizon. If you can't see it, you Stevie Wonder. Yeah, you Stevie Wonder with the shades and the braids and all that. I'm gonna leave y'all with this when it come to 50, right? Doing my due diligence, I came across some content with Tony Yayo that he just recently did on one of his interviews. You know, Tony Yayo, he talks a lot on this internet. And he said a lot in this interview, right? I didn't pull the receipt up. The one thing Tony Yayo said that stuck out to me is that when Tony Yayo went to jail, he went to Rikers Island when he caught that case, right? 50 Cent made sure to put him in protective custody. So Tony Yayo was speaking and talking about how he was in protective custody his whole bid. How he went in there, he rubbed shoulders with Zippy with the drippy or whatever happened. And like that, 50 Cent put him in protective custody because Supreme was over there and some of Supreme homies was over there, or Jimmy Hitchman was over there and some of Jimmy Hitchman's homies was over there, and Tony Yayo might have lost his life in jail. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all telling me 50 made a phone call to put Tony Yayo in protective custody? And y'all cool with that? You see what I'm saying? Like when y'all listen to Zip with the drip, the homie, when y'all listen to certain dudes and they say we on real nigga timing, we this and that, we that and this. Only when it's convenient for you. Because maybe y'all didn't know that. Maybe y'all didn't know that Tony Yayo was in protective custody. Let me tell you something. In the street culture, going into protective custody is just as bad as being a rat. Signing in, rolling up, checking out, going into protective custody is just as bad as being a confidential informant. When you go into protective custody, your street cred is washed. And they're saying that 50 made the phone call. Yo, I need y'all to put Tony Yayo in protective custody, man. PC, you know, we got some problems with some people on the island and he ain't gonna make it out if he don't go into protective custody. I just wanted to say that and throw that into the mix. All this shit is coming out. Why you think it's coming out? Just because you going back and forth on the gram? Nah, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? I want them to love me like they love Pac, but how you in New York and dope and say that I'm local? And go put the rap game in the chokehold. I'm fully focused, man. The money on my mind, got a meal on the deal, and I'm still on the grind. Shorty said she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. I could have been a background dancer for that. Man, God, I would have been a background singer. Me, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murder. I want them to love me like they love Pac. Yeah, that's why you told everybody you got shot more times than Pac, so they could love you like they love Pac. You niggas is diabolical. You niggas is diabolical. Hey, especially, it's looking like something going on in Queens. There's something in the water. In that tap water y'all drinking out there in Queens, New York. I mean, you got Bimmy, you got 50, you got Ye. It's something in that tap water y'all niggas is drinking out there in Queens, New York. So you told us you lied about how many times, how many bullets you took? You was that motherfucking in tune that you said, I'ma tell them I got shot 9 times because I want them to love me like they love Pac. But how you in New York and shorty saying I'm local? And the game is to put the rap game in the chokehold. I'm fully focused, man. The money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still on the grind. Now, shorty said she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. Y'all know this song. I know the song. Yeah. Yeah, me, Tony Yayo, and Uncle Murder. You need the I can be a hype man for G Unit. But you know what? Me building this platform make my voice is way more powerful than Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. That's why they coming over here. You got a lot of allegations. You got a lot of skeletons in your closet, 50. The world is waiting for that. You think it's like Superman. It's like Michael Jordan. It's like LeBron James. It gets to a point where we want to see you take the kryptonite. Yeah, you've been Superman for all these years. We done got to the point where we starting to want to see. We starting to, delegate, and we starting to have these visions of you taking the kryptonite. We want to see. In DV, sexual assault, yeah, domestic violence, yeah, putting your hands on women. That is the goddamn kryptonite. That's the cancel culture kryptonite. Too much of that, you get to losing brand deals and shit like that. Yeah. Now, shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. I don't know, Fifth. You got a lot of sealed documents that need to be spoken for. Tony Yayo said you put him in protective custody. You don't get a pass for that. Somebody get Zip on the line, man. Somebody get the homie Zip on the line. Tell Zippy 50 Cent put Tony Yayo in protective custody. Como? I'm just playing. I don't know. I don't even know what como mean. Y'all niggas be talking about como. What the fuck is that? Is speaking Spanish? Yeah, you might be speaking Spanish, man. I don't speak Spanish, and I ain't no Englishman, so I don't speak proper English and all that. I'm just fucking around with you. But Tony Yayo said 50 Cent put him in protective custody. 50 Cent, back up, brother. Back up from the internet. Back up from YouTube. Take it easy. They lining you up, bro. Hey, yo, when 50, it's just like Charleston White. 50 Cent, Charleston White, dudes like y'all, the world is waiting for y'all to take the kryptonite. All right, let's move on to this next angle. Now, I want to tell you something. This next angle is going to be a powerful situation. It is going to be very blunt, very straightforward, and it needs to be said. Now, I don't know, and I'm not going to say this never been said before, but I'm going to tell you this needs to be said. And we are moving towards Hassan Campbell. Mr. Rock Your Snot Box. Mr. Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Hassan Campbell. Africa Bambaataa Hassan Campbell. Bambaataa to Africa or Africa to the Bambaataa, but we talking about Hassan Campbell. Okay? Maino said some things today, and he expressed himself about all of these men that are coming out and talking about being sexually assaulted by other men. And Maino had some choice words for the victims. And, you know, anytime something like that is spoken about, Hassan Campbell takes it personally. You know, it's a lot of, you know, you got Little Rod, you got the dude from Day 26. I mean, it's a lot of you dudes that have been tampered with, right? But Hassan Campbell, he feels a personal connection whenever you talk about this, okay? And I got the receipts, and we're going to go through this. But what I want you to understand is this needs to be said, and I really hope Haas hears this. I really hope Haas gets a chance to hear what I'm about to say, because it is necessary. It is necessary. You understand? This is something that needs to be said, and on Hassan Campbell, on your end, it needs to be done. Point blank, period. And this is coming from a grown man, homie. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm an uncle. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a protector, I'm a provider. This is coming from a man, a grown man. That's every angle, homie. I got kids, all of that. You feel what I'm saying? So we're going to get into this. We're going to see what Maino said, and we're going to kind of pick through what Hassan Campbell is going to say in his response. And I want to say this before we get into this. I feel like, Haas, you should have been the last person to come out and speak the words that you speaking and say the things that you about to say. Okay? Being as though you are one of those people, you are a victim of this situation, and there is some parts of your story that is questionable and doesn't quite add up, doesn't make sense. It don't add up. It's not, the math ain't mathing with a lot of your story. I just feel like when things like this happen, you should like get far away from it. You should get far away from it, because you're not an advocate. You're not a spokesman for these victims. You could have been. You could have been the face and the spokesman for all the men that have gone through this particular situation, young and old. But you didn't want to be the face of it. You didn't want to be the spokesman. So you didn't need to respond to Maino. He ain't say your name. He wasn't direct. It was a very broad statement, and you felt the need to get up here and make this content. So it's okay for me. Once you did this, it's okay for me to create content on it. I just wanted to throw that out there. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody's picking on Haas. This is a very serious manner. Let's go ahead and get into this. Big salute to the chat. We about to get into this, man. We about to get into this. I thought this was nasty work. All right, big salute to the chat. Go ahead and talk your talk, Haas. Look.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, before I say anything, I want to say shout out and respect to the real victims out there, to the real victims that been, you know, in heavily traumatized situations, that's been dealing with things, that been essayed, you understand? Because it's the second day of the new year, and it's like I don't want to scroll down, and I'm seeing these niggas post things that I feel like I don't understand. I don't know if I believe these niggas. You understand? Because if a man put his meat on you, he should be put to sleep. Why are you telling us these stories 20 years later? It's real victims out there. You understand? You've taken things for granted. You see, I got kids. I got a daughter that's on Instagram that's looking at things and think that this is how it goes. If a man play with you like that, he should be put down. Period. Point blank. We don't want to hear the stories 20 years later because honestly, is it clout or is it attention? I don't understand. I just don't get it.
Sex.
Now we about to we about to get it. This and yeah, I agree. He wasn't speaking directly to Haas, but he was taking a shot at Haas, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of these dudes right now. It ain't just it's the dude with Tyler Perry. The white boy said he went to Tyler Perry. We're gonna listen to this. Lil Rod, you know what I'm saying? Day 26. It's a lot of these men that are claiming to be victims of this type of situation. Haas is one of them. And Haas is in the content. He's in the algorithm. He's on the new show. We Don't Give a Damn podcast. So yeah, I'll give Hassan Campbell that he was shooting at you subliminally. He low key under his breath. He was shooting at you. So you do have the right to respond. But the response that Haas gave, we're gonna talk about this. Go ahead and talk to the people, Haas. Look.
I got mixed feelings about what Maino is saying. But the key thing that Maino said is shout out to the true victims. Because there's a picture being painted where there's a line between children and these adults that's in the entertainment world. And one of the things that pisses me off in this situation with Diddy, in Diddy's situation, Diddy has no child accusers accusing him of anything. I'm going to say that again. Diddy has no child accusers accusing him of anything. What Diddy has is grown men that participated in his parties and his activities of evil or fetishes that they like in that industry that comes through that. Listen, everybody at this point in time, we all have an understanding that there's a door. Dudes like Nori and Tekashi and mad other people made it clear that there's a door. Gillian Wallow made it clear that there's a door. When you walk through those doors in the industry, you signed up for it. So I get what Maino is saying. At first, it pissed me off like, yo, I know I just finished speaking to Maino. I know he ain't taking shots at me. But then as I look through my timeline and the things that people are sending me, and you start to see these conversations.
Hello, everyone. Just checking in with you guys about the news that I mentioned a couple days ago. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about sexual assault and harassment and why the people stay silent. For a long time, guys, I didn't want to say anything, and I wanted to tell you guys why I didn't want to say anything. But when it happened to me, I felt ashamed. I was scared because of the judgment and the questions that people were going to start asking, almost like they were going to blame me for just being there. Well, I felt all of that, guys, when a very big director, a very seriously powerful person that everybody knows, invited me over to his house to talk about roles and upcoming things that he was writing. I was telling myself, like, man, like all of my dreams are coming true right now. Like my opportunities at my front door right now. So much excitement going through my body. And then, guys, it happens. You know, my boundaries were crossed. You feel like this person feels like they got power over you because of the situation and the opportunity that presented itself in front of you. And then you see and how fear can somewhat keep you quiet and keep you silent. Well, I stayed quiet for much too long, and I just want to say I'm really sorry, man, because if I would have spoken up sooner, I could have saved somebody that this probably happened to after me. I just want to say sorry for that, whoever that may be. It could have stopped with me if I would have said something. But I do apologize, and I'm speaking up now and getting it out there and talking about it, most importantly, then so be it. And I just want to apologize once again, guys, because...
Hey, man, get your motherfucking ass all them goddamn apologies. Let me just speak to what Haas was saying real quick, and then I'm going to bring Haas back on. You apologize 5 times, man. First off, man, we going to get into that. Haas said he just spoke to Maino. So he know Maino wasn't talking about him. But what I'm here to tell you, Haas, is just because you talking to these celebrities, they don't rock. They was talking about you. It's a door. It's a door. And you said it, Haas. You said, when you go through the door, this is what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. Now, I don't know the intricate details, but I do know that Hassan Campbell was on the Tribe Called Quest album, Midnight Marauders. Hassan was on along with a whole bunch of celebrities. I think like Busta Rhymes, a bunch of niggas up there on the Midnight Marauders album cover. You walked through the door a long time ago, unknowingly. Unknowingly, Haas. You already went through the door years ago. Okay? But you was young and maybe, but depending on your age, you can get a pass for that. But we're gonna break this thing down. Yo, I talked to Maino. Yo. Bro, that was a bad look, that phone call we heard Zip with the Drip poster, you and Maino. Yo, I would love to hang with you guys. I just can't wait to get in the studio. Like, bro, you was really, really groupied out, man. Haas Campbell, I gotta say it out loud, man. Okay, so you on shaky ground with this. All right, so let's get back into this, man. Big salute to the chat. I want to say this, man, because I rock with Haas. I rock with Harlem Legend, and I rock with China Brim. But I just feel like Hassan Campbell, you just got some explaining to do. I'm talking from grown man to grown man, bro. Like, you just said so much on this internet, it's scattered, it's too much. You need to do a live stream, and you need to just talk about from point blank to point to the end and explain to us exactly how that, because we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about, I'm going to let you talk. All right, go ahead, man. Talk to the people. Look.
I'm sorry I can't really talk about more than what I've talked about right now, but I will be...
And see, this right here makes me want to cry, because this is a mockery of what y'all victims really went through. This is a spit in the face and a slap in the face, and these are niggas taking advantage. So I can understand with Maino. I got to side with Maino on what he said. I have to side with him on that part right there, because I don't think Maino's directly talking to victims, but he's talking like these dudes are opportunists, my nigga. When a man see a woman that he likes, he macks on her. He pushes up. He tries to get her attention. He wants to smash. Well, now in today's time that we're living in, right? Because everybody, y'all good with the gays, right? So now Tyler Perry, he sees a man, he finds him attractive, and he wants to smash. What's the big deal? What is the big deal? Tyler Perry, he thinks this dude is cute. He wants to smash. Y'all made it cool. Y'all made it cool for homosexuality in America. Y'all made it cool for the kids to be gay. Y'all made it cool for the kids to be transgender. So we good with homosexuality in America, right? So being that everybody is okay and we are not homophobic in America, right? What's wrong with Tyler Perry seeing a little cute man that he likes and he thinks is handsome, and he wants to power drive him? What's wrong with it?
Okay, let's just start right there. First off, I ain't with none of that, Haas. I don't approve. Yeah, if you anybody that's new over here, if you in tune with Grown Man Business TV, you know I don't approve of the Rainbow Coalition. Yeah, I don't approve of that. Nasty work. It's diabolical. But bruh, we gonna get deeper into this situation, but this what I'm talking about. You get up here for some reason, bro, and you just be talking when really you didn't need to say nothing. What's wrong with Tyler Perry wanting a power drive? The man said he went over there for an opportunity to be in a goddamn movie, okay? He didn't go over there for Tyler Perry to be trying to power drive him. So it's a lot that's wrong with that, Haas. And the fact that you siding with Maino, that's a contradiction in your whole situation, bro. You can't side with Maino because Maino is talking directly to you. It's a problem and it's against the law in America, all right? I'm going to give you some game to seduce employees or future employees with opportunities for sexual favors. That's against the law, Haas. So if Tyler Perry, I didn't, that young man looked a little fruitcakeish. I'm sure he was into the get down, but he said he went over there because he was presented an opportunity to be in a goddamn movie. He didn't go over there to goddamn play Tutti Frutti, and yeah, he didn't go over there to do that. So that's wrong, and he's a victim, Haas. Haas, you was on the Midnight Marauders album, right? You was making your way back and forth to that apartment. Nobody was forcing you, right? We gonna talk about this. Hassan Campbell, you was lying to your mother, telling your mother that you was going to buy loaves of bread from the bodega, and you was sneaking to Bambotta's apartment, right? Right? So if you was doing all that, I mean, are you a victim? Or was you with it? Because you saying homie was with it. Okay. Haas, man. I gotta keep it 100 with you, Haas. You know, I rock with you, man. Rock with your content. But as a grown man in Grown Man Business TV on Grown Man Timing, somebody got to say this to you, bro. And for you to get up here and do this right here, you should be ashamed of yourself. Absolutely, Haas. Harlem legend, the homie China, somebody need to call you and tell you, nigga, you out of pocket for this. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
Y'all made it cool, right? Do not put homosexuality in the same place as child victims. It's not the same. And it's insulting. It's very insulting. You see a man, you don't like him? No. The end. You go back into his presence, and you go back into his presence. Listen, man, when a man sees a woman, right? When a man sees a woman, and she turns you down the first time, the second time, the third time, the nigga keep going, the 20th time, he gets it. You get what you want the 20th time. Because if she ain't going to give it to you, she going to stop coming in your face. So now, when you dudes keep coming back, and y'all keep parading yourself, it's like you wearing a mini skirt around Tyler Perry. You know his doing. You know he getting up looking at you. You know you a piece of chocolate to him. You know he getting off looking at you. Why you keep going in his face?
Haas, probably the same reason you kept going back in Bambotta face. See how your situation is tied into their situation? And I heard what you said. We're going to get to that. But the same, you was parading yourself back and forth in Bambotta face, knowing he like to put the Vaseline on you and do all that wild shit you told us with the thigh-in and all of that. You said that. You kept going back and forth. So for you to speak down on those victims that got the same trauma you got, listen, my mother protected me, man. So I ain't never have those issues with nobody doing nothing to me. But I can only imagine that those victims like Little Rod and this guy that you just the guy that was just talking with Tyler Perry, Day 26, I could only imagine that they all have the same syndrome that you had. Y'all all is suffering from the same mental sickness, but because now you cool with Maino, now because you and Maino be on the phone and all that, now you want to separate the two, okay? Don't mix homosexuality with child this and child that. Well, Haas, there are multiple pictures surfacing in all over the net of you as a grown man standing next to Africa Bambaataa. So the whole child thing, man, you gotta really Haas, man. The problem is when a real man sit in front of you and listen to your story, it's a lot of holes in it. It's a lot of holes in it, B. I was a child before. I remember being 9 years old. I remember being 6 years old. I remember being 11, 10. And if you ever would have did those things to me, bro, I'm not never coming back to your apartment. I'm not never making my way. But cool, maybe you was different as a child. Those pictures I seen of you with Africa Bambaataa, man, you was well over 25, 30 years old, man. And you was still taking pictures with these niggas. You was still in the presence of Africa Bambaataa. Well, you ain't chocolate, Haas. You might be caramel crunch. You know how Bambaataa felt about you. You know he stand up, he get an erection every time you bring that caramel crunch around. You know, we gonna talk about the stories. Fuck all that. We gonna get into it, Haas. So the same way they was parading that chocolate around Tyler Perry is the same way you was parading that Nestle Crunch, that caramel swirl all over there with Africa Bambaataa and all of that. You was doing that, respectfully. As a grown man, brother, you was full grown. I seen 3 or 4 pictures where you was in the same vicinity, standing directly next to, in a picture, with Africa Bambaataa. You need to explain that, okay? But I'm gonna let you talk some more. But I think it's nasty work what you did with this right here. I don't think you should have said nothing. I think you should have stood back. If you did say something, it should have been very straightforward. Yo, I don't think he was talking about me. I spoke with Maino. I don't agree, or I do agree. I'm just not even gonna speak on that. My opinion is not needed in this manner. Go ahead and talk to the people, Haas. Look!
You a grown man. Why you all in my grill? So I understand what Maino is saying in this situation. Because, yes, Maino, what Maino said sound crazy. And I understand it because he had a drink. He on vacation and people coming at him because he's protecting Diddy. Could you explain to me? Can anybody explain to me why did Diddy go down before Africa Bambaataa? Hello? Can anybody explain to me why did Diddy go down before Africa Bambaataa?
I'm going to explain it to you, Haas. You came on the internet and you told us what happened between you and Africa Bambaataa, okay? Shit started getting real. You started getting some motion. And when it was time for you to go to court, when it was time for you to really mash the gas on Africa Bambaataa, you backed out. See, I've been watching Haas for a long time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let me say something. When I started like watching YouTube, it was like a couple of people that was like polarizing. They was saying some shit that I ain't never heard before, and I would watch them. It was Charleston White, Hassan Campbell, and Young Pharaoh. The old Charleston White, bro, I couldn't wait for that nigga to go live. You know what I'm saying, right? Young Pharaoh, the old Young Pharaoh, and Hassan Campbell, bro. That nigga used to get up here and get the crying and shit all over the Africa Bambaataa. The reason Africa Bambaataa is not in prison is because you and B Stinger, y'all was supposed to push the issue, go to court, testify, and make sure he get jail time, and he is he is serving, and he's paying back what he did to all those children out there in Bronx River. But instead, what you did was you got up with Africa Bambaataa as a grown man. You went into a room with him. Y'all had a meeting, and you allowed Africa Bambaataa to apologize to you for the things that he did, and you accepted his apology. Do you not remember that? Haas, come on, Haas. Somebody get Haas in here. Hit the like button. Well over 600 people in here. I'm just saying, Haas, you don't remember going into that room with Africa Bambaataa and allowing him to apologize with the Zulu Nation. Him and all the other members of the Zulu Nation. And you never went to court. You never stood on business. That brings out something called reasonable doubt. And then you start taking photos. You've been in all kind of pictures. So that's why he ain't go to prison. Oh, it get deeper than this. Because I'm going to tell you something, Haas. I remember the whole story. I remember stories you told, bruh, that was so left field. Them shits, I'll never forget them. And we're going to go through a couple of them stories tonight. Okay? Salute everybody in the chat. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button to the channel. We're going to go through a couple of stories. So, Haas, you said some. We're going to talk about this. But that's why Bambaataa ass ain't in prison. Now, let me help you, Haas. You see what Cassie did? You see what Daphne Joy did? You see what all those other victims did to P. Diddy? They got their ass on a stand. We got court records. We got court documents, statements, testify, trial. That's why Diddy is laying it down right now. If you and B Stinger would have did the same thing, maybe Africa Bambaataa would be in prison. So you gotta stop. I don't know what it is, bro, but this ain't something to play with. This ain't something you use for likes and views, my G. I believe that's how you got 500,000 subscribers. Those stories you used to tell about Africa Bambaataa, shit. Motherfucker was making their way from all across the globe to get to your YouTube channel. But you know what I'm saying? He fired me. You got to know something, Haas. We're gonna get back into this receipt. We never knew that was possible. We never, you got on your goddamn, you got up here and told the world, told me that Africa Bambaataa thawed you. We didn't even know that was a thing. I never heard of it. And then you went into describing the shit. I'm talking detailed descriptions on how you go about thawing a man. Thawing him. You gained about 250,000 subscribers just off that. And the motherfucker was trying to get the notification and shit. What this, you hear this nigga in the Bronx River? Man, you hear what this nigga saying about Africa Bambaataa, the Zulu Nation? Motherfucker was hitting the subscribe button like this, bitch. Yeah, respectfully, Haas, I'm not trying to disrespect you, all right? Motherfucker all over the world. You see that light-skinned dude out there in the Bronx River crying last night on YouTube? Hey, what's his name? Campbell Soup? Hey, baby, what's that boy name out there in the Bronx River? His name Campbell? I think it's goddamn Chicken Campbell Soup. Just go on YouTube and type in Campbell, and I'm sure he gonna pull. Man, that boy, you heard what motherfucker was hitting the subscribe button like this, man. I remember it. I was in your chats. I used to be so shocked. I used to be so shocked at the fact that you was brave enough and bold enough to even get on camera and say that shit. You were supposed to go to court and put Africa Bambaataa in jail, or you were supposed to do bodily harm. And we're gonna get deeper into that right there. Go ahead and talk to the people, Haas, because you're doing a lot of talking. Look!
Because the reality of it is, yes, I see. And there's more, people. There's absolutely more. I see what these young brothers are saying about Diddy 20 years later.
I still would have been secret about it. I wouldn't just like snitch.
Yeah.
Because I'm not no snitch. Like, I was going to just deal with it. And,
on behalf of this Making the Band group, what I will say on their behalf, they wasn't kids, but it still didn't make it right. They wasn't kids, but it still didn't make it right. Now, here's why I would say to Maino, right? Diddy has an army. This is where I disagree with Maino. Diddy has an army. So the same way Kid Cudi car blew up, and the same way people were saying that Tupac got his TV turned off, and Biggie got his TV turned off, and others behind Diddy, allegedly, we already know that Diddy, if he pushed the button, he had dudes that was going to go out for him. So I could understand these Making the Band dudes, Day 26, whatever these brothers' names is. I understand them being scared to come forward. The same way when niggas be sitting up there talking about, why don't you go do something to Africa Bambaataa? Do you understand that Africa Bambaataa has an army with him? Africa Bambaataa has the music industry with him. Like, for example, Fat Joe. Fat Joe has the Terror Squad. Fat Joe already took a stand saying that he's standing with Africa Bambaataa. The Terror Squad is the ones that they say punked Jay-Z and broke bottles over his head in the clubs, allegedly. Who wants to go against that? So you telling me that you got to go against Fat Joe? You got to go against...
Now I wanna speak to that while we getting this going with this bro. And this again why a lot of us men don't understand fully what you got going on, Haas. We don't understand fully. None of that even matters. Oh, he has an army with him. Surviving the Zulu officially and only on Zulu. Surviving the Zulu Nation officially on Hulu. Exclusively yours. That should be the documentary that you come out with. Surviving the Zulu officially on Hulu. I would watch it, Haas. Oh, I would watch that documentary. I wouldn't give a damn if he had the Zulu Nation. I wouldn't care if P. Diddy had Bad Boy. You thigh me? Your ass, guys, listen to me. Personally, you put Vaseline on me, somebody got to die, like Biggie Small. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. Nobody got to know that I killed your ass in the midst, bitch. Yeah. You think I'm worried about the Zulu Nation? When you done smeared baby oil and Vaseline and you done did what you done did. So the fact that you even, Haas, man, come on, B, what you on? That's why your shit is not credible. That's why it's a lot of holes in your story and all that. No pun intended. Yo, he was with, he had the Bad Boy and he had the Zulu Nation and he had an army with him. I wouldn't give a damn. And see, Haas, again, I'm gonna let you get back into this. But let's not even talk about the Zulu Nation. You was taking pictures with Africa Bambaataa. You had all opportunity to get some payback. Yeah, you. In this picture, you could have did something to him. In that picture, you could have did something to him. I'm gonna get into some of these stories too. All right, that's what I'm gonna do next. You remember Hassan Campbell when you told us that Africa Bambaataa was your getaway driver on a goddamn murder? You told the world this. You came on your platform and you said y'all went to go slide on a nigga. And Africa Bambaataa was the getter. You see these stories? I mean, this shit was vivid. It was like, I couldn't wait for you to go live. You know what I'm saying? You was telling some stories, man. But imagine 3 people going on a drill, and you got Africa Bambaataa as the getaway driver. That's some, yo, that's a hell of a story, man. You said you was in the back seat with a gun. Africa Bambaataa was driving the getaway car, and y'all was going on a drill. You could have did something then. I mean, you had ample opportunity, multiple different situations where you could have did something to Africa. You didn't do it because you cared about Africa Bambaataa. You had feelings for Africa. As a grown man, you did. Respectfully. I'm not trying to disrespect you. The same way those grown men had feelings for Diddy, Lil Rod. After waking up in that bed a couple of nights, 1 or 2 times of being drugged and waking up with supermodels or waking up with Diddy, and his body was sore. But he kind of liked it. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't leave. He stayed there. He worked on an album. And every other night, he let Diddy work him out, and he got used to it, and he became accustomed to it, and he started to like it. And that's going to be where I'm going to go with this. Hey, Haas, man, we don't give a damn about no army. Donald Trump couldn't stop me from getting my hands on you if you put the goddamn Vaseline on me, point blank, period. I wouldn't get that. Nigga, George Bush couldn't save you. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't leave this earth. I wouldn't leave this earth before I got my hands on you. You did this shit when I was 5 years old. Nigga, as a grown man, when I get the chance to get my hand, I would be dreaming about the payback. I would be dreaming about that shit. It would consume me, the thought, a touch of getting at you. You ain't built like that, Haas. You ain't rocking nobody's snot box, my G. Because if you was going to rock anybody's snot box, it probably would have been Bambaataa. But I'm going to let you get into this next angle, and then I'm going to break down some of these stories. Yeah, you told a story where you was in the back seat with a ratchet. You got Africa Bambaataa behind the wheel. This shit almost, I'm telling you, man, imagine this as an animated story. You know, one of them animated AI stories, like a cartoon. You got Africa Bambaataa with all the big dreadlocks and shit, and he whipping that motherfucker, and we looking for your ass. I got a couple more. Go ahead and talk to the people, Haas. Look.
Big Boogie Down Production. You got to go against them.
And so I have to ask this question. With that being said, with the name being, like, how is hip hop supposed to respond?
His platform, Nori. You got Nori sitting on his platform asking KRS-One, what do we do in this situation? So it's not easy to go against a man that has an army, and there's more. And then when Maino, when you sit up there and you say, so now you telling me, as a victim, now that I'm older and I had the courage to tell somebody my deepest, darkest secret, now you telling me I should go get revenge and not be a father to my children and throw my life away? So my life was destroyed as a child, and I should take it in my own hands and throw my life away and spend the rest of my life, my time in jail. Because the courts is not going to see it that way. So just destroy myself instead of bringing awareness to a man that was running around terrorizing the community and spent 40 years of his life treating little kids like they was candy and having his way. So I could agree to disagree with Maino. I understand.
I want to speak to that. Yeah, Haas, I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect you. But I was a subscriber for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Any and everything I'm saying, I'm only saying it because you said it, and I heard you on your platform say this. So I want to start right here. Yes, Haas. You know, as a man that was violated the way you was violated, we would expect you to do something. Right now, I ain't saying throw your life away. I ain't saying go out there and crash out. I don't think anybody is saying that. But yes, we would expect you to be so hurt, so distraught, so damaged and mentally unstable when it comes to that situation that you would do something to Bambaataa. Okay? Now I don't know why you don't understand that, but you know, just the thought of the things you said happened between you and Bambaataa, it make me crazy, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. It make me get loopy. Just think I ain't even know you could thigh a man, put Vaseline on the back of his goddamn thighs and stroke his legs until you climax. Man, that's some shit I ain't never heard of. And sometimes I wish I'd never heard it. You know what I'm saying? I wish I wasn't in those live streams when you were saying them things. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a motherfucker get to talk about, do you want a piece of chicken? We got breasts and thighs. I just gonna get the breasts. I wouldn't, and if all you got is thighs, then I ain't eating tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't eat chicken thighs no more. You know what I mean? Because of the things that I heard Hassan Campbell say can be done with the thighs and all that. So again, you physically went through that. So we ain't saying you should throw your life away, but goddamn, let me give you some examples, right? They would have said, yo, Haas, Africa Bambaata's in the Bronx over there in the Bronx River. We gonna get a picture of you and Africa Bambaataa. Me, I would have got a pistol, right? I would have went over there and I would have took the picture with Africa Bambaataa. And then after we take the picture, I blow your goddamn kneecaps out, shoot you a couple times in your groin area. Yeah, baby, you know, I ain't gotta take your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to crash out. I ain't trying to go to prison for life. But yeah, your ass won't perform Planet Rock no more. Yeah. Yeah, the next time you perform Planet Rock, your ass will be in a wheelchair, paraplegic. What happened to you? They blew his kneecaps out there in the goddamn Bronx River. And I shoot you, you know, put a couple of bullets in your groin area like Tupac. So now you can't get an erection no more. Your ass, you'll be limp for the rest of your life. And now we even. See? But Haas, you won't even think like that. You so scared of the Zulu nation. You so motherfucking scared of the Zulu. You taking pictures with this man and you, come on, my nigga, what you want, Haas? What you want, man? So there go one thing right there that I probably would have thought of. Bro, you ain't never gonna walk straight again. I'm not gonna delete you. I'm not gonna send you to the upper room. But your kneecaps, they coming with me. Both of your kneecaps is coming with me, bro. Your ass won't be performing Planet Rock no more. You won't be bouncing all over the stage with the Zulu Nation. Rock, Planet Rock, to come on. Rock, Planet. Your ass won't be doing that no more. Yeah, your ass will be in a motherfucking chair. And yeah, you can Planet Rock from a wheelchair. Rock, Planet Rock. Nigga, you ain't about to enjoy your life. Planet Rock and goddamn rocket, don't stop it. You gotta rock it, don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I shoot your kneecaps out. So Haas, you could have did all kind of shit. You ain't gotta leave your children. You could have pled insanity. Let me tell you something, man. You could have did something, and then you could have went into the courthouse and pled insanity, bro. You went mentally insane at the thought of him rubbing that motherfucking Vaseline on you when you was a kid, man. Stroking your thighs until he climaxes and all of that. So the fact you didn't do nothing is nasty work. The fact you didn't do nothing, you ain't bust him in the head with a bottle, you ain't push him down, you ain't kick him in his ass, you ain't stomp him, you ain't do nothing. Nothing, Haas. Okay, now I wanna go somewhere with this. I want to make sure I just want to make sure we go somewhere with this the right way. You know what I'm saying? Um, as a 9-year-old, 10-year-old, regardless on how it go down, as a child, you are a victim. You know what I'm saying? And Haas, you said it, these things took place when you was a child. So, you know, you was a victim. I ain't gonna try to compromise. I ain't gonna try to make excuses. You was a victim when these things took place as a child. You know what I'm saying? But as an adult, man, you got to be held accountable for them pictures you took. You got to be held accountable for not being a man about the situation and handling it like a man. You wasn't supposed to be in no pictures with a man that did that to you. You wasn't supposed to be riding around doing drills. When that young boy stabbed Bambaataa up, they called you. They called you. They didn't call nobody in the Zulu Nation. They called your ass to go put some work in for a man that you say violated you. None of that adds up. None of that adds up, my G. You know what I'm saying? So, as a child, you know, a lot of people ask a question like, you know, why was you going back and forth to Bambaataa house? Why was you, because you got to think, as a 10-year-old child, when you start getting smart enough to lie to your mama, to, you know, tell your mama, hey, mom, I'm going to the store, but I make my way to my friend house or go smoke weed. That's a real intricate, that's like some deep shit. That's not a victim. You know what I'm saying? When you get to the point as a young child and you start quarterbacking the play so you can get your way, it's tricky when you put the victim, but you still a child, so we just gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? No accountability because you was a child. Cool. All right. But what I remember, Hassan, now this come with a story time. This the last story. All right. This the last story I'm gonna give y'all because these stories, Haas really told us these stories, and these shits is just nasty work. Nasty work. But being on YouTube, I subjected myself to these stories, and some of these stories I just never forgot. You know what I'm saying? I just never forgot. So Haas told a story, right? He said he used to sneak out his mom's house. He would tell his mom he was going to go to the bodega and he was going to get some bread and get some groceries for the house. He would sneak to Bambaata's house, right? And things would go down over there. It was this one situation where Hassan was exposing one of his friends that was talking down on him, that was involved with the Zulu Nation. I can't remember his name, but he was like speaking against what Haas was saying. You know what I mean? And they was on the YouTube arguing. This back in the day, when Haas, you know, this is the old Hassan Campbell, before the jewelry. You know what I'm saying? The nigga had the motherfucking African beads on and all that. Right? So they was arguing back and forth. And Haas said that this particular dude was one of the gangsters that was in a book. Africa Bambaataa had a book of all the little boys he was getting down with in Bronx River. You know what I'm saying? He had pictures of them. He had pictures of their private areas. It was like some real Silence of the Lamb type shit. It was just, I remember, man, I used to have my motherfucking popcorn. I used to be good. I used to be in the house like, yo, listen to that. I'm eating popcorn. I'm saying this shit is like a what? I'm eating popcorn. He telling the story, right? So he said, yeah, nobody didn't know, but you was getting down with Bambaataa too, and I saw you in a book. And Hassan was out and he was exposing whoever that dude was. I can't think of his name, right? Hassan told the story, right? He said he told his mom he was going out to get something to eat and he would be right back. And he snuck off, you know what I'm saying? He did that and he snuck off to Bambaata's apartment. He called it the fun house. That's what Haas said this as an adult. They called it the fun house, right? He said when he got over there, When he closed the door, it was Vaseline on the doorknob. You know what I'm saying? He said it was Vaseline on the doorknob when he closed the door. And I remember this shit, right? And he said when he got into the house, it was 3 young boys in there about the same age as him. Now, this where it get nasty at. Just follow me. It was 3 young boys in there, and then he came in there, which made 4. One of the young boys was one of them killers that was in that book. They was arguing back and forth on YouTube. He said they made a circle around Bambaataa, and Bambaataa topped them all. Everybody, he topped off everybody. Ha said this. He said that they stood in a circle, and Africa Bambaataa popped everybody one by one. Yeah, he ate them up. Each one of them little niggas, he ate them up. Now, this where I tell you what I think about it. That shit was wrong. Them young boys was victims of a predator, a sick man by the name of Africa Bambaataa. Hassan Campbell told that story, and it's just some things I just don't never forget. You know what I'm saying? He said they stood around in a circle, and that nigga got on his knee, and he popped their ass. He goddamn ate them up, each one of them niggas, until they were finished. Each one of them. Niggas would, they stood in a circle and ran and did a train on that nigga mouth, right? They was all victims of a nasty, sick man, right? But I said to myself, after that, 2 or 3 days later, Haas made his way back over there. So it it was traumatizing, but then after being victimized, you start to like that shit. You either fully rebel against it or you become a part of it. You either fully rebel, because the first time a nigga would have touched me or some shit, I ain't never coming back to your apartment. If my mama tried to get me to go over there, I would have just cried and I would have told everybody what you did, nigga, before I let you do it again. When I was 9 years old, I was that type of child. If you would have ever played with me like that, okay, you got me. I ain't know you, I'm a child. You took advantage of me. You tricked me and shit. I thought you was my babysitter, and then you do some shit like that, right? But ain't gonna be no more babysitting, nigga. Ain't gonna be no more interactions with me and you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell everybody, my mama, my uncle, I tell the niggas on the corner, I go outside and tell everybody before me and you end up in the same apartment again. But on the other hand, the victims will become accustomed to what's going on. Okay? So I think Haas as a child, you got Africa Bambaataa. This is a grown-ass man. He eating your little ass up. You don't know what to do. You fuck around and get to liking this shit. You going back over there. Africa, you know what I'm saying? You a victim, but you now you ain't no victim. You getting to looking around and shit. 2-3 days go by. Your body is calling. You start to think like, damn, boy, I'm going back. Now you done made your way back over there and let them eat it again. Now you done went from, letting them eat it up. Then now he goddamn, he's swiping you down with, we all know the story. All I'm saying is, it's accountability that got to be taken. Once you became 21 years old, let's just say you're a grown man, 18 and up, you ain't supposed to been in no photos with Africa Bambaataa. We don't give a damn about the Zulu Nation. We don't give a damn, Hassan, because the thing is, we done all set up on this internet and had to hear you say this shit. We done set up on this internet that had to hear you say all these outlandish things, and you ain't did nothing about it. You ain't put the nigga in jail. You ain't went to court. We ain't seen you in no goddamn suit and tie. We ain't seen nothing. But you on the internet telling us these stories, and you ain't did nothing about it. That's what Maino was saying. That's what he was talking about. 20 years later, 10 years later, 13 years later, we hearing these motherfucking stories and y'all ain't did nothing about it. At least get on the stand like Lil Rod did. Come on, man. And if you, so I agree with Maino, but you shouldn't be agreeing with Maino, Haas. You shouldn't be agreeing with Maino. And I'm gonna tell you this now. I want to close out with Hassan Campbell with this right here. Haas Campbell. When Math Hoffa asked you, when did you stop touching children? You supposed to have been very stern with your answer. Even before Math Hoffa asked you that question, you should have never got on this internet and said that you touch kids, period, bro. Bro, if you was playing house, then you should have just said you was playing house. Playing house and touching children is not the same thing, bro. And see, again, man, I don't know if you're hearing this. I don't know if you're going to hear this. But what I'm saying is this got to be said because niggas ain't against you, but your story ain't adding up. So when a grown man get to questioning you about your story, when a real man, a man, bro, get to challenging you a little bit, you become defensive. You went on Mav Hoffa's platform and you said, when you was a kid, you used to touch kids because somebody was touching you. That's nasty work, B. That's nasty work. I don't give a fuck if you was a child. You don't get that. What make you think that you get a pass because you said you was a child and you was touching children? That means you was a child creating a victim. So somewhere out there is a child that you violated, okay? If you was touching children. But if you was playing house, that means it's a mutual thing. I'm the daddy, you the mama. We gonna do what we think mamas and daddies do. We gonna do what we think husbands and wives do. It's a mutual thing. We all used to play house. You know what I'm saying? Your little girlfriend, she got the play kitchen in there. She act like she cooking because that's what she think a wife do. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all get the hunching or something, cool. But you saying you used to do what you was doing, like touching, that ain't the same thing, Haas. All right? That's why they asked you that question. What age did you stop touching? Man, come on, man. You put yourself in the blender. You put yourself in the blender. Okay? And I don't know, and I want to say this. Hopefully the homie Harlem, the homie China, they sit you down, bro, and just kind of, I know you Hassan Campbell, you got 500,000 subscribers and all that. But you're not really articulate with your words. You waste a lot of words. And I told y'all, I don't waste no words. You saying too much because you disposing of words. If you didn't waste words, you would have said in yourself to your head, like, I play house. That's it. If you would have said you play house, you grew up playing house with little girls, nobody would have asked you a question about when you stopped touching kids. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just end with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to close out with saying, bro, I would appreciate if you got up here and you just really came clean with the situation. You know what I mean? You ain't no way, bro. You was sliding and riding with Africa Bambaataa as a grown man, knowing goddamn well what he was doing to you in that apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like, in due time, the victims, they gain feelings. They gain feelings for the people that's violating them. It became a time somewhere in this situation where you started having feelings for Bambaataa. He was my family. I used to feed my family. Nigga, what? Nigga, we gonna starve. We'll be at the goddamn shelter before I let Nah, man. When you was nah, man. This video right here is nasty work, Haas. And it got a lot of views because a lot of people is paying attention to this joint. This shit already at 30,000 views. Let's look at some of the comments. This joint already at 30,000 views. B niggas is kind of looking at this, Haas. It could take a survivor years to openly discuss trauma. Yeah, he definitely. Everybody's saying he talking about you, Haas. Ain't no excuse, man. You need to reiterate and you need to retract some of the things you said. I don't know, and I'm curious to see how this gonna work with the homie Harlem and the homie China Brim. That situation, it's really nasty work. Niggas be kind of like sugarcoating it. Nah, man. I don't know, baby. Yeah, I don't know, baby. Yeah. It's gonna get Ricky. You know what I mean? Big salute, man. I just needed to get that out there. Now, big salute to y'all. What time is it? It's 1:30, man. We up late. It's late night. We gonna tap into the situation with Adin Ross. And I'm gonna close out with that. You know, I feel a lot better. That needed to be said, man. That needed to be said. I said I've been on this YouTube for some years now, and I ain't gonna lie, I have been subject to some wild shit through you, Haas. You know, I'm watching your channel and all that, and I don't know, you about to go left. You was doing good for about an hour, and all of a sudden you crying and you talking about real explicit, bro. When you was on Queen's Flip, you didn't have to detail what happened. Like, them niggas played you out of position, man. You could have told them niggas, yeah, man, it was some wicked shit, and I don't want to go into detail, but just know he violated me when I was a child. That's it. You didn't have to go into the whole, a nigga took Vaseline, swiped your ass with it, ram your thighs in. He didn't want to hit you from the back because he ain't want nobody to know you was too young, so he ain't want to penetrate you. So he just used your thighs. You told us this shit, man. You traumatized a lot of us, man. Yeah, fuck it. I gotta be honest. Niggas don't want to tell you this, Haas. You traumatized us, man. We didn't even know thigh-in existed, man. we didn't know it was possible, man. We didn't even know that, man. We didn't ask to know it neither, man. We didn't want to know. And you told us. You fucking traumatized us, Haas. You did, man. A lot of us are traumatized subconsciously by the details you gave with that shit, man. He didn't want to hit you from the back because you was too young. He didn't want to go up and he didn't want to splash you. So he just used your thigh. You could have just opened your goddamn thighs. You could have opened why you ain't open your legs so the thighs, so he couldn't use you? Why you ain't do that? So you held your you know what? So you held your motherfucking thighs together to let that man use you like he wanted to use you. Why would you do that? As a child, nigga, I would have already know. Oh, he about to do that thigh thing again. Man, let me open my goddamn. Yeah, you ain't about to motherfucking have no friction. Yeah, you ain't about to do that with me, man. You ain't about to do that with me, man. Nah, nigga, nah. We gonna fight today. Yeah, we gonna fight each other today. Cause I'm not about to let you ain't doing that with me, brother. Okay, so you gotta have some sympathy for us, man. We victims too, man. You victimized us with the content. It ain't a motherfucker. Let me tell you something, man. Yo, respectfully, man. It ain't a motherfucker on YouTube that don't know what thigh-in is now. I want to see if I can find something, man. Yeah, man, we ain't, man, right here, man. I think this the one, man. Hold on, let me see what this nigga talking about, man. Yeah, we gonna let the nigga talk. Let my nigga talk. This shit funny, man. You got it, Taj. You fucked up, Oz. I'm gonna play this shit right here. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can find this shit. Salute to the chat. We up late now. We got some fun. I'm not saying. I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping. Listen, man. Me
Fight, and they throwing bottles at him, and they shot at him, and pushing that African zebra leg in him. Yeah, Bambata, and pushing that African zebra leg in him. Oh man. Yeah, Bambata, no, that's that boy that man was pushing. He was pushing that African zebra leg up in the yellow ass. The big old African leg. You hear me? Nigga, Bambata was a big nigga. And that's that boy. He said that man, he didn't start out just pushing dick off in his ass. He started out, he gave it a turn. I remember what the boy said. It was an interview. The boy said, he said that Bambata was thigh him. Meaning he'll make him lay on his belly and keep his thighs tight together and push that dick up between his greasy thighs. Who said shit like that, man? Who the fuck said, man?
I'm sorry, man. You bugged out,
belly and keep his
you tripping, cuz.
He started out, he gave and that's that boy. He said that man, he didn't start out just pushing dick off in his ass. He started out, he gave it a turn. I remember what the boy said. It was an interview. The boy said, he said that Bambata was thigh him. Meaning he'll make him lay on his belly and keep his thighs tight together and push that dick up between his greasy thighs. Who said shit like that, man? Who the fuck said
I'm sorry, man.
Pushing that African zebra leg in him. Oh man. Yeah, Bambata, no, that's that boy that man was pushing. He was pushing that African zebra leg up in the yellow ass. The big old African leg. You hear me? Nigga, Bambata was a big nigga. And that's that boy. He said that man, he didn't start out just pushing dick off in his ass. He started out, he gave it a turn. I remember what the boy said. It was an interview. The boy said, he said that Bambata was thigh him. Meaning he'll make him lay on his belly and keep his thighs tight together and push that dick up between his greasy thighs. Who said shit like that, man? Who the fuck said?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. You fucked up, man. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. That's how you traumatized us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you fucked us up when you should have never said that shit. Hey, bro, Haas, you tripping, cuz. We go ahead and talk to the people. Hey, this shit funny as hell. Hey, watch this.
He said on the bottom. The fucking way he thought of those shit like that. Being the boy was a kid, he didn't think of it. It happened to him. It ain't just thought. It just came into his head. It was an experience. The man, listen, Bambata was a big nigga, and at the time, listen, man, he wasn't. Man, that man. So my question was, why wouldn't you loosen your thighs up so he can just go through there? He couldn't make you keep them thighs tight, nigga. Hey, nigga, I'm gonna loosen them thighs up, nigga. You ain't finna push that meat up on. I'm gonna bow-leg them thighs. You hear me? I'm gonna lay bow-legged, but you can get right on through there. He kept them thighs tight so that man can get that friction. Man, that man gotta get that friction. He kept his thighs tight. That's what you talking about. And so he said that's how. So this how he say. He was pushing that dick up. He was greasing his thighs and pushing that dick up through his thighs before he started plunging his ass. He just didn't start off plunging. So I mean, that little yellow backside couldn't take all that dick, so he had to grease them thighs at first. He let him grow up. So he.
Man, listen, bruh. I'm just saying, bruh. I ain't laughing because I think it's funny. You know what I mean? I'm laughing because that's how we all. That's how I know me. Everybody out that we all was like that. We couldn't even believe it, bro. So if that is the case, Haas, you supposed to goddamn put a bullet in his motherfucking kneecap. You supposed to hit him in the groin a couple of times. I'm not gonna kill you, all right? But your ass won't get an erection for the rest of your life. Your ass won't, your ass won't be goddamn singing rock, planet rock. That's not something you gonna be doing after I get my hands on you. I'm not gonna send you to the upper room. I got kids. I understand, Haas. I understand you didn't want to crash out, but goddamn, smack him in the head with a bottle. Kick him in his ass one time. You tell your man to hold the camera. Kick him in his motherfucking ass. Drag him in the street. Rock his snot box. So if you ain't gonna do nothing, you ain't gonna do none of that. You can't be mad at Charleston White. You can't be mad at CW. But this shit was funny. That shit was funny. That's how we talk in the South. Yeah, that boy, what's his name? Campbell Soup, Chicken Campbell. I think his name is Chicken Hassana. The yellow boy, from the Bronx River out there in New York City. That's how we talk in the South. Nigga said, nah, he ain't say that. He said, yeah, nigga, the man in the background couldn't believe that somebody said that, cause he never, that's how we all felt. So you gotta take some accountability, Hassan Campbell. You fucking traumatized a lot of us with that detailed description. All right, now I don't want to say nothing. I just thought that was funny. That nigga Charleston funny as hell, bro. I can't help it, man. This shit is hilarious, bro. One more time, I'm gonna let Charleston talk to you, see what Charleston had to say about it. Go ahead and talk to the people, Charleston. Look,
and pushing that African zebra leg in him. Oh man. Yeah, Bambada. Yeah. No. That's that boy that man was pushing. He was pushing that African zebra leg up in the yellow ass. The big old African leg. You hear me? Nigga Bambada was a big nigga. And that's that boy. He said that man, he didn't start out just pushing dick off in his ass. He started out, he gave it a turn. I remember what the boy said. It was an interview. The boy said, he said that Bambada was thighing him. Meaning he'll make him lay on his belly and keep his thighs tight together and push that dick up between his greasy thighs. Who the fuck said shit like that, man? Who the fuck said, man? Man, he ain't said no shit like that on camera, man. He said it on the body. Man, ain't no fucking way he thought of no shit like that. Man, the boy was a kid. He didn't think of it.
you know what I'm saying? I was saying the homie in the back, he can't even believe that somebody thought of that. All right, so we can get up off of that, man. Big salute to the chat. Let's get this comedy out. We just having some fun, man. You know, take this shit personal, man. You niggas is on the YouTube. This what you doing? You just told all these motherfucking stories and all that. Don't get sensitive now, man. All right, don't get sensitive, man. If you go get mad at anybody, nigga, Africa Bambaataa is still alive, man. Respectfully, brother. If you gonna get upset about Charleston White, anybody, you know what I mean? You can't be mad at nobody, man, but Africa Bambaataa and yourself, because you brought this shit to the internet. I don't know how that's gonna work with you and how. I mean, y'all niggas all got your own thing, man, but I think you might. We got to make sure we reevaluate your position on this podcast, man. Yeah, we got to make sure we reevaluate your position and all that. I know Harlem fuck with you. I know China Brim rock with you. We all rock with you and all that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, we got to reevaluate your position on this podcast, man, because all anybody is going to do is bring up this shit right here. You gonna be talking real serious. You gonna be saying some shit on the podcast, and all nigga gonna be thinking about is what Charleston White just said to you. That's that boy. Yeah, that's that boy. Said that zebra leg. Bambaataa was putting that zebra leg up. Yeah, you gonna be sitting on that motherfucking podcast trying to be serious. They gonna put that 4K camera on you, and you gonna be talking, and we gonna be looking. And 80% of the people gonna be saying, man, what the fuck going on? They that the boy that was talking about Bambaataa. Yeah, that's that boy, goddamn chicken soup, Hassandra Campbell. And he said that they're gonna be talking like this. You're gonna be talking about some national news. You're gonna be talking about some real serious shit. And all 80% of them people gonna be saying, that's that boy with that's that Africa Bambaataa boy. Get this shit under control, Haas. I remember when I first saw Charleston White say this, boy, this shit was fucking, excuse my language, I'm sorry, I need this to go green. Big salute to chat, I need this to go green. I need this to go green. Let's move on. How about that? Let's move on. Big salute to the chat. Let's move forward. I want to close this out with, I want to close this out with some game. I want to do a little exposing. We've been in here for a couple of hours, man. We're going to close out probably around like 2 o'clock. Adin Ross. I want to talk about Adin Ross. Now, Adin Ross, we all know he's a streamer. He's a Twitcher. He's one of these guys like Hassan in the industry. A lot of influence, a lot of money, right? And, I want to be the first to say, and I've said this before, but I want to say it again. Adin Ross is an industry plant. Okay? Adin Ross is in position to cause confusion and destruction in the urban community amongst us. And like I told y'all before, these people are opportunists, so they are always going to present opportunity so that they can disguise the opportunity, and they can use the opportunity to disguise the real inner workings of what they here to do, right? So Adin Ross he has a problem with Doechii, the rapper, right? The young female rapper from Tampa, Florida. Alligator Bites, Grammy Award winning. She's signed with TDE. She's over there with Kendrick Lamar and them boys. And he was, in a recent stream, he was going bananas, like just calling her out her name, calling her a bitch, calling her this, calling her that. He went on one of those DJ Academic runs. When DJ Academics gets challenged by a woman, he just flips out. You know what I'm saying? And he don't know how to draw the line as a man. He just goes full throttle because of whatever, right? So Adin Ross did that recently. And I'm not going to play it because it's really it's really outrageous. And, I want to be very specific with this, especially when it comes to Doechii. I'm going to speak to that with Doechii. But Adin Ross did that, and he really went in on her. And Glasses Malone, salute to Glasses Malone out there on the West Coast. I rock with some of his music, but I'm more into, and I'm more locked in with Glasses Malone's intellect. I like some of his old music, but I never really was a big fan of his music. But his intellect, you know what I'm saying? His mental capacity always resonated with me. So salute to Glasses Malone for that. He responded to Adin Ross, and I'm gonna kind of play some of that. That's going to be the last receipt. And he said what he said, and we're going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to speak a little bit more about Adin Ross. Adin Ross was hooked up with Charleston White. In the beginning, when they first met, things went left because Adin Ross is an industry plant. He is here to get next to the big stars in our culture, in the urban community, and he's here to test them, to see, if he could break them, if they willing to walk through the door, if they willing to do certain things that lessens their integrity, their morals, right? And Charleston White was one of the first guys. Charleston White got with Adin Ross, things went left, they fell out. That's because Adin Ross had Charleston out there in Vegas. he started doing that touchy-feely, that, you know, the Rainbow Coalition, and Charleston wasn't with it. And they fell out. Them people reached out to Charleston, the higher-ups and the elites. And they told Charleston, like, bro, we'll take all this away from you. You know what I'm saying? We put you with Adin to do what we need you to do with Adin. And if you play games, trust me, it will never be another comedy show. Nigga, you might end up in prison with the things you done did and the things you done said, right? Next thing you know, we see Charleston White back with Adin Ross. We see Adin Ross back with Charleston White. They doing all the homosexual activity. They talking crazy. They got the Saucy Santana situation. And Charleston White is now all with it. Not only is Charleston White all with it, but he recently went on Say Cheese and told all the YouTubers, including Say Cheese, that we need to make our way to Twitch. We need to make our way to streaming. We need to stop being on YouTube, and we need to get over there with them people, because those people is saying that this and those people is saying that. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was a recent interview a couple of weeks ago. And he was very adamant about it. He's saying, you guys are in the past, and I've outgrown you guys, and I'm bigger than YouTube, and you guys should come over there with Adin Ross, because Adin Ross would never do this, and Adin Ross would never do that. When we all, and I did a whole live stream on it, but we all seen Adin Ross tell you, if you want to get some money, you got to let them blow your back out. See? Charleston White was joking, Hassan Campbell, but then when he got next to Adin Ross, he allowed Adin Ross to tell him, you know, you got to let me fuck you. He literally said that. And Charleston said you could do it in different ways. Yeah, you could do it. Just do it in different ways. That's what Charleston White said. So I'm saying all that to say Adin Ross is an industry plant dropped into our culture through the industry to compromise. Okay, so that fast forwards what's up. That brings us up to present day with the situation between him and Dolce. Now, I've done content on Dolce. You know, Dolce, she is also put in position to be an industry plant. You know what I mean? And people been talking about that, but I've been said what I said about Dolce a long time ago. You know, she came into the industry and she was talking real crazy about heterosexual men, and it was just the wildest thing. You know what I'm saying? She was telling stories about how she dates bisexual men, and, you know, being a heterosexual man is the worst thing you could be. And, you know, she fell right into the position. She got right into the industry and she got right to work. Okay, so I want to make sure y'all understand I'm not defending Dolce in that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know exactly what she is. And like I said, I've done content on, I got pre-recorded videos, I got live streams. You could do your due diligence and the information is there. But before all of those things and her working in the industry, Dolce is an extra dark-skinned black woman. She's not the Nicki Minaj Trinidadian woman. She's not the Cardi B, the Latino woman. She's not the Rihanna, you know, the Barbados woman. Dolce represents dark-skinned, dark chocolate women, black women. She represents that. So, you know, Adin Ross talking to her like that and disrespecting her like that has nothing to do with whatever he claims it has something to do with. Oh, she's talking about this and she's disrespecting hardworking people. And it has everything to do with the Jewish kid calling a dark-skinned black woman a bitch. It has everything to do with that. A little Jewish boy, full-blown, all-out disrespecting a black woman in public. And regardless on how we feel about Dolce, that's something we ain't gonna stand for. Right? That's something we not gonna rock with. And I ain't heard nobody really going in on this or giving game on this, but I'ma do that. And big salute for Glasses Malone for doing that. All you dudes hanging around with Adin Ross, y'all are all compromised. Y'all are all puppets being used. Being used, my G, and it's so disgusting to see because all it takes is some money in a bag for you niggas. It's, you know, again, all it takes is some paper for you niggas to bend, break, and fold. And you use the excuse that it's a bag. Oh, well, we got to get our money, man. We going to get our bag. And all it takes is a bag for you, dude. And it's so disgusting, bro. It's so sickening. And don't get me wrong, we all got to get a bag. I got to get a bag. I'm right there. But integrity and morals trump all of that. It trump all of that. I'd rather go drive a truck than to sit next to one of you niggas and get all that money and have to do what you niggas is doing. I'm good on that. Okay? Glasses Malone. Why I'm bringing him into the situation is because, and I'm going to get into some, I'm going to play this receipt right here. I'm going to let Glasses Malone talk. But, you know, I wanted to speak to that because one thing for sure and two things for certain, what you got to understand is what Glasses Malone is a threat to the establishment. Glasses Malone is exactly what they fear in LA gang politics. I know I said a lot. I don't want this to go over your head or under your bridge, but I want you to just follow me on this. Glasses Malone is the total it's the total 360 of the image of the LA gang member that has been presented to us. You know, the LA gang member with the mug, you know, off the bat 40 Crip cuz. You know what I'm saying? The jury curl with the drive-by shooting with the Uzi and the AK, and you know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle with the blood and cripping and what up, cuz, and what up, blood. Glasses Malone is the total opposite of that. He's full-blown gang member, but intelligent. And he's war-minded. He's a war general. You understand? He's no pushover. So he is a threat to the establishment. I'm gonna speak to that later before we close out. But he needs to be careful because I feel like this video, this receipt right here, is exposing something that he might not fully be aware that he's exposing, and they will eliminate that at the thought of it. If they think you one of them, if they think you got that type of mentality, they will get rid of that. Okay, so big salute to the chat. I want y'all to listen to this, and then we're gonna double back. We're gonna close out. Big salute to the chat. Look.
You thinking you popping and talking shit about that sister? I'm gonna fuck what she said to that art. You keep calling her names, bro. I swear to God on Olivia, bro. It's going to come to a place where that's like, it's permanent. You can't take that off. AD let you get away with it the first time. He should have fucked you around and he didn't. Niggas keep letting you get it off because they want to be cool with you. It's one thing to say, hey, man, you know what? That lady ain't said your name, so you assuming it. You finna start calling her out her name. I'm telling you right now, 7th Street Crit, nigga not going for that. It ain't even got nothing to do with TDE. Eventually, you just a white man talking shit about this sister. Yeah. That's what it's coming down to. And I'm just keeping it a beam with you, bro. I know you fuck with Act. I know you fuck with Flock and a couple niggas. You cannot be no motherfucking white man talking that much shit about that black woman. That just not gonna fly, homie. I don't give a fuck what she's saying. I don't give a fuck about what you think is happening. I don't give a fuck if you think that shit dissing you. You're not finna be sitting up there just talking shit about that black woman. On God, bro. And if you keep doing it, I'm gonna start pressing all the niggas around you. I'm not gonna press you because I don't know where you at and I don't know how to get to you. But all the niggas around you, they don't got your money. They don't got none of that shit. Niggas gonna start pressing all the niggas, and I'm gonna make it my business to make Crips start pressing all the niggas around. All the niggas that's black around you. Every nigga that let you get that off. You're not finna sit there and just be talking about that black lady, bro. That's just not gonna fly like that. It's not gonna fly like that. It's one thing, I get what you saying, but nah, homie. Like, I saw you doing that other thing where you telling the nigga not to apologize for using the N-word offending black people. Crip gang, like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Not Chuck, not nobody. Not nobody. They gonna all have to get down with what I'm saying with every last one of them. Because I'm gonna make it real hard for everybody because we not no suckers and we not no sellouts. So you keep doing all of that shit, that's gonna be a problem. Stop playing with that lady name. Don't call her out her name. Don't be doing all that shit because you're gonna fuck around and you finna say the wrong thing and it's gonna be a problem. And everybody who cool with you, I swear to God, on 7th Street Crip, if you see this and you cool with cuz and you see him doing that, just know we gonna have a problem. I don't give a fuck if you one of the homies or not. It's gonna be a problem with me and you. And I mean a physical problem. No other way around it. No other way around it. I'm cool with you writing a diss record. That's cool. Diss her. Don't get on that motherfucking thing and think we supposed to let you just keep talking shit about this black lady. No chance. No chance, homie. It's no way. No way. And all the homies, bro, nobody doing that. All the black people around you, it's gonna be a problem for them. I'm gonna fuck what it gotta be at that point. I saw that little shit, and I don't want to get into it because I get it's artistic and she doing her thing, and don't nobody know if she talking about him. Nobody know. But you think you finna sit on that stream? I saw you do that little thing with that black dude, and that black dude tried to be cool and tell you, but that black dude is gonna have a problem.
Whew. Now, again, I like that. I like that energy. Y'all already know if you're dealing with Grown Man Business TV, you already know how I give it up. You know what I'm saying? Again, we doing a lot of comedy tonight. We doing a lot of laughing and joking, but it's always a message in the madness. So out of all this madness from tonight and this content, this right here was my favorite part. Yeah, Doechii is an industry plant. I didn't like what she said about heterosexual black men. I know exactly what she is. She is a puppet. But at the end of the day, you a white boy. You got that dog fur, and you disrespecting a black woman. And see, I just really appreciate how Moses Malone. I saw in the chat you said he liked Nipsey. Him and Nipsey was real tight, military-minded type of dudes. They was real tight. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the side of gang activity them people don't want. They don't mind promoting the gang violence. They don't mind funding the gang wars. They don't mind eliminating gang leaders like Nipsey Hussle. They don't mind putting guns into the community, drugs into the community, confusion in the community, creating crime and all kind of poverty. They don't mind all of that. But when you get one of these gang members that start talking like a Black Panther, start sounding like Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, that's dangerous. I mean, if you really could listen and you could comprehend what he was saying, he's saying, bro, listen, I can't even get to you. I know you a plant, but all them dudes around you, I'm on Crip. We gonna start pressing them. It's gonna get real hard for the bootlickers that's eating and promoting and taking advantage of what you doing, you know, getting that bag. We gonna make it hard for them niggas. And nobody gonna stop me. Not Chuck, not K. Dot, nobody. Everybody either gonna get down or they gonna lay down. But you not gonna be disrespecting that black woman. And we ain't, and it's just okay. Because you think she dissing you. I don't care what she said to you. I don't care if she dissed you. I don't care what. She's still a woman. And she's a black woman. She's not one of these Cardi B's and all that. She's actually, this is a black woman. You're going to watch your mouth about that. So how about this, right? How about this? Instead of me using this Crip gang for black on black violence and black on black destruction of my community, how about I start forming the troops on dudes like you? And imagine this. I mean, a dude like Glasses Malone is just like a dude like Nipsey Hussle. That nigga is highly ranked amongst that culture. He got a lot of stripes. If that nigga say something to whoever Crips he talking about, y'all won't even be able to move comfortably through LA. I mean, that's power. That's the power they look for. That's the Messiah they search for. And they look for that type of power and they look for that type of Messiah before it transitions into a situation that they can't control. Oh yeah. You thought I was gonna just talk about Bam. Nah, me just having some fun. Somebody like that tells you out loud, hey, if you don't stop, I'ma have my gang of niggas press everybody. That's power. And just an inkling of that power is what they look for. They always comb in the gang members. They always comb in the content. One of the reasons they comb the YouTube streets is they are looking for somebody that has a voice of power. And then they pin, oh, we got one, boss. You see, I think we got some potential right here. Let's keep an eye on Glasses Malone. I mean, we don't hear no music from him. We don't really see him too much. Let's keep an eye on this. Because a black man that can make one call, or a black man that could use his voice to move 300 niggas to do something is power. That's a powerful man. Okay? Now, again, Doechii, she's not one of my favorites. She's definitely, I mean, she's not one of my favorites as far as like what she's doing in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I thought she could have came into the industry and been like a new age Lauryn Hill. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's really dark skinned. She's chocolate, dark chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Just like Lauryn Hill. She's very lyrical. She can rap her ass off. She can out rap 90% of the rappers in the game right now. She raps circles around them niggas lyrically. She's not a Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't ghostwriting her songs. She's not a plant in that aspect. But her views align with the agenda of the higher ups and the elites. Her views align with the narrative they want painted. So she fell right into place. But with all that said and done, from afar, you can't tell who's, when you watch, listen, you watching two dummies argue from afar, you can't tell who's the dummy. You watching two suckers argue from afar, we can't tell who's the sucker. So regardless of what they are from afar, it's a dog fur having man blatantly and openly disrespecting an obviously black woman. And that ain't gonna rock. And for all you do, DJ, see, I don't expect much of DJ Academics and really even Charleston, but I don't expect much from you dudes. I understand y'all are compromised. I understand y'all ain't, even if y'all wasn't compromised, y'all ain't war ready. Everybody's not a war general. You niggas is softer than Dollar Tree cotton. You got that pussy in you. Yeah, most of you dudes is soft, B. Pillsbury Doughboys. Poke DJ Academics right in his low belly. Yeah, he get the giggling and all that. But a dude like Glasses Malone is a dude we should keep an eye on. I wanted to throw that out there. I wanted that to be said. I wanted that to be known that I respect that move, homie. I respect that move, and we keep an eye on Glasses, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything out of the ordinary go down, you got to know I told you first. I said it first, man. Salute the Glasses, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me tell you something. Imagine 2 or 3 of those type of niggas on the West Coast and they start like redefining what gang culture is. No more of these Crip Macs, no more of these brick babies, no more of these lame ass puppets, Munchie Bees and all that. Real war generals, real stand-up integrity, and we got an army. Trust me, them gang members in Cali got an army. They got, trust me, bro. They scraps, they got guns, they got drugs, they got money, they got youth, they got everything you need for a full-on new age Black Panther Party. They got everything they need. They got everything you need to really press a real line. All right? Big salute to the chat. What it do, my G? Yeah, salute, my G. I see you in the chat. Wiki. The music is on the way. Don't worry. I should have it available in nice and neat, packaged up nice and neat within the next 2 weeks. Probably the third week in January we'll have it jumping. But you can't get my music. You can't hear it nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'll speak to that for a few seconds. I used to really be into the rap. I really was like doing rap music and making songs, and but I came up in the era of the CDs. You know what I'm saying? I came up in the era of CDs. You know what I'm saying? You could sell a CD for $20, you could sell a CD for $10, and you could get your money, you can get rich. But out of nowhere, we transferred over to this streaming thing. And it knocked a lot of artists and a lot of musicians out of the loop, because you got to put your shit on streaming services to get it heard, right? And then you got to get robbed. Pennies on the dollar for streams and shit. It's like point 0.4 of a penny for it's ridiculous, right? So for a minute, I kind of fell back off of the music because I just didn't really I'm not going through no streaming services. I'm good. You know what I mean? So a lot of my songs, my intro, Train to Go, all these songs I got, they just set in the archives. And now we got a new way to get direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? We got a new way to sell a CD, but it's no longer the CD. It's a link to the music. You know what I'm saying? And you sell the link, you download the music to your phone, and you can listen to it anytime, and you can own the music. Once you buy it, you own it. So with that being said, yeah, we jumping back in it. You can't hear my music nowhere else. Physical copies are definitely coming back. I don't know, man. I don't know about physical copies because you got to think, right? There are no cars with CD players in them. Think about that. When the last time you jumped in a car and the shit had a CD player in it? So like physical copies are coming back for nostalgic reasons, right? Physical copies are coming back as like the physical copy is like a piece of merch that you can play if you got a CD player, but everything the higher ups and the elites, they play chess, baby. They play chess. They brought out these streaming services, and then they got with the cars, and they got with all these different industries, and they got rid of the actual CD player. And now every car you have to Bluetooth. But see, with this link I'ma sell you, you're gonna download the music to your phone. I'm gonna send you the MP3, all of that. I'm gonna send you the files. You're gonna download it to your phone. Even if your phone is cut off, even if you don't have no service, you can still Bluetooth my music because you own it. It's not on a streaming service. It's not. If your phone gets cut off because you don't pay your bill, you can't listen to Apple Music. You can't listen to Spotify. You can't listen to no streaming services until you pay your bill and cut your phone back on. But with what we doing with these files, when I send you these files, you could say your phone get cut off, you didn't pay your bill. You could still go into your files or your notes, and you could still listen to Grown Man Business TV because you own that music. You don't own streaming services. You're renting the service to play the music. They own the music. R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, man. We saying fuck the middleman. If there is a middleman, I ain't really with it. You know what I mean? I ain't really with it. So the music is coming, don't worry. Big salute to everybody in the DM, man. Yo, y'all flooding my DM. The music is on the way. I'm proud of it. I gotta really kind of bunker down. Got a lot going on, man. I got a lot going on with 2026. I got some goals. I got set. I got some things I got lined up that I'm gonna knock down, accomplish. In the between time, I gotta get this music ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of closing that out. Already got the album cover. I think I'm gonna have my man alter it, but I love the album cover. I gotta get the track list next. He's gonna do the track list. So you'll get the album cover, you'll get the track list, and you'll get the link. You'll get all three of them. And then you can scroll through, you can rock out. I got some fire for y'all. Trust me, trust me. You can't rush greatness. You can't rush greatness. This is not what you are used. This music right here is not. This ain't BSF. This ain't Zippy. This ain't the music y'all been hearing. This ain't that. This shit is gonna be powerful. I got songs that are powerful. You fuck around and cry. You'll fuck around and shed a tear when you hear, yeah, blessings on blessings. You'll fuck around and thought you was at church when you hear this shit. You gonna think it's Sunday morning. Your mama used to make your ass go to church. I got some powerful music on this thing. Big salute. Mailbox money. Yeah, for sure. Now, we gonna get to that. Don't get it confused. I definitely took a note out of Nipsey Hussle's book. You know what I'm saying? And the hard copies will become available. You know what I'm saying? But I got to get this first joint out. I just want to introduce y'all to the music. I want y'all to see how good and how potent this shit is, how fire this shit is, right? And then maybe Grown Man Business Volume 1 will make hard copies for whoever's, for my proud to pay investors. Yeah. Salute and RP to Nipsey Hussle. For everybody that's proud to pay, then we'll have CDs for $50 and you could just get the whole CD with the hard copy with the book in it and all of that. But all of that is coming this year. You know what I mean? This is the year we gonna take this shit to the next level. We approaching 60,000 subscribers. That means we got well over 50,000 people in tune with the channel that's patched in with Grown Man Business TV. And we gonna go to the next level. Yeah, I drive trucks. I have my credentials, but I do want to free up my time. I do want control of my destiny. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'll speak about that in the next live stream, man. That's where me and Zip do see eye to eye. That's one of the angles where I do rock with Zip. I understand what he's saying. But it's a lot of people out here, man. Listen, man, everybody ain't built like us. Everybody ain't got the mind frame like us. A lot of these niggas need to get up, go and get their credentials, go and get a nice paying job, and then use that job to fuel whatever their passion is. You can't just tell these niggas, oh, I ain't going to work, nigga. I don't do that. I ain't working. Nah, nigga. That ain't the majority of these dudes, that ain't for you. And even myself, nigga, I like to go to work. You know what I'm saying? But I will use my job to fuel my dreams and then free myself and fully sustain myself. So that's how I did it organically. These niggas is making it look like it's something it's not. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is doing their thing, they getting their money. But just like Gully TV, it's like all that money talk and all that. I'm a baller, nigga. You recording in your mama's basement, allegedly. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? If that's not your mama's basement, man, take that motherfucking phone and walk around your property so we can see. But we are coming into a day and age where these niggas is being exposed. It ain't even 2 weeks into January, and Gully TV is being fully exposed for all that smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I be having minks to the floor. I be doing it. Nah, nigga, you need to go get a plumbing license. You need to go get a plumbing certificate, an electrician certificate, a CDL. You need to go do something, nigga, and then you need to get some money along with whatever CDs and DVDs you selling. See, a lot of you niggas don't want to work. I don't want to work. No, you ain't working hard enough, nigga. You ain't working hard enough. That's why, you think jewelry and minks, that shit only oppress people who don't got property. That only oppress people who don't own shit, who ain't got their hands on nothing. Them little niggas, they get impressed by the minks and the cables that you buy from the halal jewelry. Same thing with the homie Zip. You know what I'm saying? It's respectfully, but only certain demographic of people respect the money you flashing in the camera. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's only a small demographic of motherfuckers who see that and think it means something. But to everybody else, the motherfuckers who really got their hands on something that's really moving and shaking in this world, nigga, that don't impress us. You know what I'm saying? But I salute Zip because he's fighting and he's working and he's striving to get to that next level, and he will get it. You know what I'm saying? With his LLCs and his trademarks, all that shit's gonna help him out in the long run. But like right now, nigga, like all that. But yeah, the CDs, the music is on the way. You know what I mean? I made it my business to have this shit right and ready, and it's coming. And for and you know, the link to your phone, that's gonna be the start. We gonna build up. We gonna run up a bag. Everybody that want to support, everybody that want the music, we gonna get that through. We gonna run that up for a couple of months. Maybe we'll run it up to June. My birthday is in June. Approaching my birthday, I might print up 1,000 CDs. I might print up 1,000 CDs and you know, sell them for $50, or you know, in the memory of Nipsey Hussle, we'll sell them for 100. And whoever's proud to pay, whoever got $100 bill to blow with your boy, blow that $100 bill, and we'll see how it do. But we gonna do this together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in tune and invested in this channel and this platform got some stake in this platform, got some time invested in this platform. So, you know, we gonna do this all together, and I'm gonna be very transparent, bro. Make them rare, make them rare, bro. Make them rare, perfect. I think I know what you. I think I'm with you. That's a whole life savings. With they showing, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, like I said the other night, I was tipsy. So me and Zip was kind of like going back and forth, but that shit was all like content. But he said something. He said, I bet you ain't got $2,500 liquid. Liquid. Nigga, he got the money, he flashing it. And I'm saying to myself, I could go to the safe right now and I can grab a whole bunch of money and I could show it, right? But why would I do that, nigga? Like, I ain't, nah. Like, so I instantly was like, nah. Then I thought to myself, I'll just go grab the deed to this property. How about that? I just grab the deed, put the deed in it. Nah, I'm not going to do that. And you right, the homie is slowly mature. He's coming around. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Zip, man. I rock with all of that. I rock with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this year we going to really press the line with this shit. Yeah, none of the pool. Yeah, 2,500 niggas in the carrier. I was tipsy as hell. I flashed out. We flashed out, but yeah, so the music is coming, man. You can't get the music nowhere. You can't get it. A lot of people be in a DM like, yo, where can I get the music? And sometimes I be thinking about just uploading it. I'm not doing that shit. Not right now. I don't want no streaming service. You gonna get my shit. It's gonna be good that you gonna be listening to shit on your Spotify, and then you gonna tap into your motherfucking to your what's the joint? Hold up. You're going to tap into your joint. You're going to tap into your files or your notes, and you're going to play that GMB TV. You're going to say, oh, that's fire. That nigga's nice, B. Damn, GMB. Whew. Blessings on blessings. Man, I got some fire. That shit sound like a gospel. Yo, hold up real quick. Let me see if I can find this joint. I'm going to play this. I'm going to pull this beat up. Hold on. Let me see if I might can find it. Let me see. That shit sound like some Kirk Franklin, yo. I played that shit for my mom. My mom was like, what? I just can't even believe, yo, cause I'm, yeah, let me see. That's not the Kirk, that's not the joint. This joint right here. This joint right here is called, let me see if I can find that. I ain't even gonna rap it for you, but I'm gonna just play the beat. I really wanna find, I'm mad I can't find that joint. This joint right here it's called Money on the Floor, this beat. I'm gonna just give y'all a taste. We ain't no lyrics, just the beat. Salute to the homie that made this joint. It's crazy. Hey, listen to this shit. This is fire, son. This is it. That's just a beat, man. Wait till you hear this shit through like real speakers and everything is mixed down. It's crazy. Hold on, let me play this joint. This shit is crazy too. Hold on. Listen, I can't anymore. Hey yo, listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. When I get this is coming. You know what I'm saying? Already, everything's lined up. I got like 3 more songs to do. Shit is gonna be fire. And I saw that Mr. Universe, yeah, for sure. For sure. That's probably gonna be once I get it, everybody that's in tune with the channel will get early access. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's locked in, I think you said all members, all the members should get early access. Maybe that'll be what it is. Everybody that's a member, everybody that's a member will probably definitely get early access, and maybe a few other people. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure all that out. It's coming though. Yeah, man, this shit is. I got some fire too. I got like hard beats. You know what I'm saying? I got like that shit that y'all like too. But like those two, that one joint is called Money on the Floor. Yo, it's called Money on the Floor. This shit is fire. Nigga, it's so different. It's like I don't even want to get into what it's about, but the shit is fire. And then the second joint is called Blessings on Blessings, where we just gonna be talking to the Most High. We gonna be, you know, yeah, we gonna be talking that talk. Nah, no features on this joint. This joint right here, this first joint will have no features. What I do next in June will work in features. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to the chat. We will work in features on the next project. But this one right here, yeah, I'm gonna take them. That shit is fire. It's gonna be fire, son. Trust me. I play that shit for my mom. The actual song, she was like, shh. My mom was like, what? She come. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, man, we working. But you know, let's just all stay focused. You know, stay motivated, stay inquisitive. You know what I'm saying? Keep our eyes open for all opportunities. Understand all money ain't good money. All opportunities ain't good opportunities. Keep our morals and our integrity intact. Move with pure intentions. You understand what I'm saying? That's one of the most lethal weapons you can use in this matrix is pure intentions. You know when it ain't right. You know when that voice in your head tell you like, hold up. You know when you sacrificing something. You know when you bending, breaking, and folding. You know these things, and most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's not something that's being verbally spoken. It's something that it's that God voice. It's that God voice, and you know it. And if you go against it, you know what I'm saying, then that's on you. And I say this, you know, we all humans. You know, I know how it feels to want something, to do something, and the voice in that God and you tell you not to do it, and you do it anyway. I know how I feel to do it anyway. I know how it feel to pay. You know what I'm saying? Where you get set back a year or two because you went against that voice. You know what I mean? You went against the pure intentions. You know what I mean? I say that with with experience, because you got to go through the fire to have testimony. You have to be tested to have testimony. You got to go through the fire to come out gold. The only way you get this gold right here, that shit got to get put in fire. 1,000-some degrees, some wild shit. The only way for you to shine like this is you got to get put in the fire. The only way for you to have testimony is for you to be tested. So even like with that beat I just played for you, right? The only reason why I was able to write that song is because I got testimony. Thankful. I'm so thankful. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed and I'm thankful. Highly favored, man. The only reason why I was able to write that song is because I went through the fire. I came out on the other side. So when I tell you to move with pure intentions, it's coming from a pure place. That's one of the most lethal weapons you could ever have in this matrix, is to look at everything with pure intentions. Somebody drop $1,000 on the floor and you see it. You already done made up in your mind. You done already, a split second, you done had a conversation. Should I step on that shit and take it, or should I just give it back? Just give it back. Just do it. Just do it. And you gonna fight. Oh, I can take, just give it. Hey, yo, hey, man, my G. Think you dropped something, man. Do that with pure intentions and watch that shit come back tenfold. Big salute to the chat, man. Big salute to the chat. I ain't gonna lie. Do the right thing. Thank God it. Yeah. Pure intentions, man. I get real excited just like thinking about the music, you know what I'm saying? Because I always been like an artist, always been like a writer, always been in like doing rap and shit, but I ain't no sellout. I can't help the commercials. But yeah, finding a way and being patient and finding a way to cut the middleman out make me excited. You know what I'm saying? Um I had lost the whole like I don't know, I had lost the whole passion for music because it's like it's being raped in so many different angles. It's like, you know, it take a lot to write these songs to put your experiences and put your thoughts and be able to word this shit. You know what I mean? I give y'all a clip of the joint in my intro. That's one of the songs that's going to be on the album. Niggas was blowing me up about that song. When I used to do my little intros, everybody used to be in the comment or in the DM like, yo, what's that song? Where can I find that song? And that shit is just a couple of bars. Listen closely if you trying to eat. That passive income got that money flowing in my sleep. Young and pleased. Got 30,000 on my wrist, 10 on my fist. That 18 around my neck make crackers show respect. Oh, you looking at a God exhorting no fear. About 5 in each ear. That's what you want to hear? VA, let these niggas know. We train to go. Oh, you getting dough? That's train to go. Green light, that's for sure. Train to go. I told her drop it to the flow, cause she trained to go. VA, let these niggas know. We train to go. Oh, you getting dough? That's train to go. Green light, that's for sure. We train to, man, this shit is fire. This shit is fire, nigga. I got some shit. Yo, I told her drop it to the flow. She trained to go. When I was trapping, hit it in the flow. Nah, I ain't rapping about no, I'm grown. I ain't rapping about no fucking zones. I'm talking 4 apartment units, 1 vacation home. Yeah, so you could call that G&B. It's grown man business. Young niggas follow me. Follow. Yeah, I got some shit for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're gonna love it. And then once I drop it and I get it flowing for you, we'll start manipulating the matrix. We'll get hard copies printed up. We'll start doing little things to manipulate the matrix. Yeah, for sure. Big salute to the chat. How's the rap scene in VA? The rap scene in VA it's good. It's decent. One thing what I'll say about the rap scene in VA is a lot of the artists that I come across, they like it kind of like sound the same. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know what I mean? Salute to Young Money Yon. That's one of the homies. He's a young artist that's under Pusha T. You know what I mean? He been rocking with Pusha for a long time. I forgot that song. In the Pusha T diss to Lil Wayne, Yon is in there. He got real long dreads. He got some real fire music, man. Street gospel, the trilogies. He got the Street Gospel album, Street Gospel 1, Street Gospel 2, Street Gospel 3. He's fire, Young Money Yon. But as far as like the scene, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think I feel like I'm like one of the nicest out the city. Because I got that Virginia swag, but I also got like a different dialect. My shit sound different. Some people be like, oh, you're from, somebody said to me the other day, like, you sound like you was from New York City. Or one person, I thought you was from DC, or I thought you was from Chicago, or I thought you was from here. I thought you was from, you know what I'm saying? I just got like a different sound. And I'm nice with this shit. So, but the scene is, you know, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Virginia, right, is like, this is what I say about VA, right? And I love this about VA. It's no in between with Virginia. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna be a legendary athlete or you ain't gonna be no athlete. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna be legendary with this shit or you not gonna make it. it ain't enough people. It ain't big enough for all the in between shit. I don't know if that makes sense, but think about it like this: Allen Iverson, Hall of Fame; Michael Vick, Hall of Fame; Bruce Smith, Hall of Fame; Joe Smith, legendary athlete. Like when you talk about the athletes, it's not like just little rinky dink motherfuckers who come from the city and they just be in there playing ball. You either one of the ones or you not. Same thing with like baseball. We got mad baseball, like baseball players like Major League Baseball, MLB. Mad Major League Baseball players come from VA, from the 757. And they like big time players. I don't know them like that because I'm not into baseball. But the same thing with like music. It's like the Clips. You got Pharrell Williams. You got Pusha T. You got Timberland. You know what I'm saying? You got Missy Elliott, right? You got Knots, you got Bink, you got legendary producers and legendary rappers, and that's it. So that's why it ain't a lot of rappers that come up out the city like that. It ain't like a whole plethora of rappers just flooding the industry, because you either rap like that top tier or niggas just falling under the radar. Word. You know what I'm saying? You either one of the best or you just, these niggas falling. It's a lot of rappers in VA, but you can't be subpar. You can't be like, he nice. You got to be like overly nice. You got to be like overly nice. So when I used to like write, when I was coming up in the city and I was hustling and I was writing rhymes, I would think way out the box. I like Nas was my favorite artist. Jay-Z, one of my favorite artists. Like DMX, right? So certain shit from Nas rubbed off on me. The song I got that's called Money on the Floor is almost like a song from Nas when he did what's the name of that song when he was rapping like he was the gun? I forgot the name of the song, but he got a song where he's rapping as if he was a gun. You know what I'm saying? And that was like always one of my favorite songs from Nas. So Money on the Floor is like me, I'm rapping like I'm money. Like I'm the money on the floor. Shit is for real. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if your money's your money, then my money's my money. You used to be broke. Now you want to act funny. It's money. I make the world go around. And for the right price, I can make your girl go around the crew. See, I'm the reason you do what you do. You hustle the block, that office work. You going to school, it's money. I turn that good girl straight into a go-getter. I turn that broke nigga straight into a dope dealer. I turn the average Joe Blow into a coke sniffer. It's money. Yeah, I'm the root of all evil. You see it tatted on my arms, the root of all evil. And I could turn your own mother two-faced and see-through. Because of me, she want to stand next to you, money. Instantly, she want to have sex with you, money. I fill your pockets up, I put rims on your truck. If you're flossing me too much, I get you stuck up. The game is fucked up. I stay changing faces. You flash the right ones, I could get you out of cases. Wanna be president, I could win election races. See, I'm nice, like I'm way different than these niggas. Now, if you heard that, you heard that. If you comprehending that, chill, B. I got this shit. Just let me put it together for you. And y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it. So that's why I know, like, yeah, that's me. That's all me. That's all my lyrics. That's all my bars. I'm nice. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? So the rap scene is the rap scene in VA, but I'm like, you know, I'm like one of them ones. I'm one of them ones for real. Nah, nigga, West Virginia, I don't, nah, chill out, baby. All right, go ahead now. Go ahead now. You my people. I don't know about the West Virginia. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, man. Chill out. Yeah. I see you playing around now. Go nah, nigga. We don't got nothing to do with West Virginia. Go ahead, man. Yeah, you know, the thing is too, man, it ain't even about being up next, man. It's really more just about manipulating and taking advantage of this culture of ours. You know what I'm saying? And direct to consumer. You know what I mean? That's more deeper. That's more important to me than being next up or being in the industry or being the next rapper from Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really doing these series and I ain't doing these songs and I ain't producing this music to be a rapper in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm producing this music because that's content and that's product. And that's something that I'm producing, which turns into product that I can deliver to my people. You know what I'm saying? High quality bars, high quality music, high quality lyrics, and then I could sell that to my people that's proud to pay. Yeah, man. You know, well, we'll see, man. What you do? That's people's 212 or 212. Salute to you, my G. You know, I accept all criticism and all feedback, but that's just acapella me straight to the and that was fire, right? But when it's time, what you would do, what I would suggest you do when it's time, you know what I mean? Get your hands on the music. You know what I mean? Get in your quiet place or your safe place or wherever you live at or whatever you do, right? And after you cop the music, right? You listen to it and then you give me some feedback. All right. Then you tell me, you know, go through all the songs, listen to all songs, the skits, all of that. That's gonna be in there, and then you tell me what you think. You know what I mean? Yeah, music gets memorized and repeated. Yeah, for sure, for sure, you for sure. It's love though. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't nice though. You know what I'm saying? One thing for sure. When I was in the era I came up in, you had to be nice. You couldn't just be no rap. You got to be a spitter. So you're gonna actually appreciate this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like the shit with a few niggas that I see doing the same thing. That I would consider nice. You know what I'm saying? It's like nowadays niggas ain't even nice no more. So when you hear like the reminiscences of a Nas or reminiscences of a Jay or a nigga that can like, you know, a nigga that can story tell, a nigga that's nice with this shit, a nigga that can do concept rap. You know what I mean? Like all these different things, you will appreciate it. Yeah, man. Salute. Drop the link. Let's battle right quick. 2 rounds. You might get it. How about this? How about this? This what you do. You drop the man, I ain't gotta drop the link. I see your profile picture and I'm gonna click on to your channel. And matter of fact, hold on, let me see something. Salute to you. You in the chat, your Twitter fingers is moving. So I wanna see something. Yeah, salute to you, brother. Let me see what we got, peoples. Let me see what we got with you, brother. Let me see what you working with. Oh yeah, well you got 125 subscribers. You got 135 subscribers, man. Right? You got 135 subscribers. This is my man right here. Look. Look. You got 135 subscribers. You got one video. Let's see what this video is about. See what you got going on in here. Okay, you're doing a music video. Okay. This is what you got going on right here. Okay. Well, how about this? You go live, man. You drop the link, and we'll do it on your channel. We'll rock out 2 rounds for you and your subscribers. But I ain't about to do all I can't give you that old man shit, man. We well over 50,000, man, right now, baby. Salute to you though. I see you out there working, brother. That was about 6 years ago though. You know what I mean? It's 2024. That was a 2020, man. Yeah, I don't see no music. I mean, I hear some music in the background, but I don't know what's going on there. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll see. I pull up your channel and all that. You get all in the chat and all that. I got pull your goddamn channel up. You know, shit. I want to see what's going on. Yeah, but that lady, I ain't gonna lie. I want to tell you something about yourself, bro. And I don't got nothing against it. But that lady you was fondling right there got the dog fur. I ain't mad at you though. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. But salute to you, my G. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We gonna definitely turn up. The homie Haas. Oh, I'm about to say the homie Haas ain't live, is he? They gonna smoke 50 Cent boots and soon. It's coming. And I'm gonna tell you something. If they don't smoke his boots, they gonna try him. They gonna press 50. It's gonna make for great content. It's gonna make for great content. You know what I'm saying? But a lot is being revealed. 50 got a lot of sealed files, and 50 put Tony Yayo in protective custody. Now I want to see you New York niggas make an excuse for that. Oh man, he was gonna die. They was gonna kill him in there. He had to do what he had to do. All right. And mind you, 50 had to make a call to put Tony Yayo in protective custody. So he wasn't even forced to be in, he wasn't a star yet. Tony Yayo wasn't like this big mega star where they automatically put him in protective custody. He was just a nigga from Queens that was cool with 50. It was in the beginning of the career. They hadn't really took it all the way fully taken off. They would have put him in general pop. Zip said they was down there smoking weed and all that, and doing all that down in they was smoking, getting high. So he's supposed to have been in general population. But 50 put him in PC. That's cool though, right? He don't get, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm gonna press the line on you niggas. I had some dudes out of VA in a 40-ounce crew. For real, for sure. We got our hands in it's a lot of, man, trust me. Salute to my town. I'm a town baby, man. We all over the place too. We be everywhere. It be Virginia. Y'all don't even know the nigga Bink the Monster. He's a producer. This nigga is a mega producer. This nigga produced with Kanye West. He produced on Jay-Z's the Blueprint album. It was Bink, Kanye West, and Just Blaze. Y'all all know about Just Blaze and Kanye West. None of y'all know about Bink the Monster. But that nigga is a mate. Some of your favorite songs you ever heard was produced by Bink right out of Norfolk, Virginia. Word. He worked with Dr. Dre. That nigga did, hold on. Bink the Monster, he did mad songs on a Blueprint. Kanye West took his whole style, the whole soul sample shit. Hold on. Watch this.
You hear the devil new dress, right? You hear that, right? Smoke it. This is when I first did it.
Damn, what's this shit right here? Devil in a New Dress, Kanye West. Devil in a New Dress, Kanye West and Rick Ross. Bink the Monster did that. Yo, come on, son. One of your favorite. Come on, son. That's one of your favorite songs,
now
nigga.
You hear the devil new dress, right? You hear that, right? Smoke it. This is when I first did it. Yeah, big that snare sound. That's live.
Bink.
Bro. program. Stars? That's battery. That's battery.
That nigga's out of Norfolk, Virginia. And that's just one song that we all know. I'm telling you, it's mad songs like Jay-Z, damn near the whole Blueprint 2 album. I think it's the Blueprint 2 album, or it's the Blueprint shit where he's sitting on the desk, the classic Blueprint album. That nigga Bink got mad songs on that shit. Hold up. He fresh out of Norfolk, Virginia. I used to see him all the time. He used to be at my uncle club. You could catch that. That nigga was everywhere. He was just a regular nigga. He was a regular nigga at the time. Hold up. Watch this. What songs he did? Why isn't being mentioned?
When you think about Rockefeller Records, what?
Watch this.
Like, when you think about Rockefeller Records, what do you think about? You think about that album, right? You think about that album, that Blueprint album. And then I often think about the song with Freeway. Even, you know what we do is wrong. We gonna hustle till the sun come up. Yeah, you know that song, right? With him and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Free beard sticking out. Like, that song, yeah. That whole sound. And then there's like the H is I think that was Kanye West. And, you know, that whole, I feel like that whole sound, that vibe, that rock, that defines, the Blueprint defines the height of the Rockefeller era. You know what I mean? That whole vibe. And Bink was in there making some of those beats. Like,
Bink was in there making some of the. Even though what we do is wrong, we still hustle till the sun come up. Crack a 40 when the sun come down. It's a cold winter. That's Virginia, nigga. That whole beat y'all was rocking to. That's Virginia shit. And I could go down a rabbit hole. I don't even want to do that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to kind of get y'all the feel of like the contributions that y'all don't even know. Y'all know about the clips. Y'all know about For Real. Y'all know about the Neptunes. Y'all ain't know who Bink is. Bink is just as big as them niggas be. Yeah. And it's a lot of producer. It's a producer by the name of Knots. Nottz. Knots. Google, do your due diligence on Knots. All right, so I got a lot of love for this shit because it's real, nigga. This ain't goddamn Salisbury, South Carolina, where it is the country, but I ain't from Salisbury, South Carolina. I ain't from West Virginia, nigga. You put it in the chat and all that with the West Virginia. I ain't from West Virginia, man. Yeah, this is Norfolk, Virginia, baby. The 757. Big salute to the chat, man. It's 3 in the morning. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I done been up here too long with y'all. I've been up here for too motherfucking long with y'all. Look, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You absolutely know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Listen, man, I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. It's straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. I'm only here to give you this game straight raw, my G. Pure dope. Pure dope, all right? And I hope you understand. No fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. We ain't water whipping this dope, and we ain't counter whipping this dope. It's straight off the brick into the bottles. 50 Cent, you might want to beware, youngster. Yeah, you say you a wankster, but you never pop nothing. You say you a gangster, but you need to stop frontin'. You go to the dealership. You ain't never cop nothing. You been hustling a long time, but you ain't got nothing. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? I got the sickest vendetta. When it come to the cheddar, you can play with my paper. You gonna meet my Beretta. I shorty think I'm a sweater. I'm sipping on my better. I mean, once then better. I don't know I could do better. She look good. I could be a backup singer, and I could be a hype man. if you want to get me out there on the G Unit tour. But fuck it. Take me out there. I know all the songs. You know what I mean? Big salute to 50, but they on you, man. And it's a lot of things you was doing back in the day with your baby mama and all that. That's coming to the light. All right, now it's gonna be time to fight. The same way Diddy was fighting. Yeah, it's gonna have fight back. Fight back. Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell. You could have gave him a leg shot, man. Yeah, you could have gave him a motherfucking leg shot, man. You could have took a couple of his kneecaps with him. Yeah, you could have did something. You could have bust him in his head with a Moet bottle or something, man. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. You could, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Imagine you would have took a picture, and then then you would have had your man recording right there, getting the content, and you would have bust him in his head with a Moet bottle. We would have respected you for that. You know what I mean? But you didn't do nothing, Haas. You didn't do nothing, man. You shouldn't be agreeing with Maino. All right? Stop trying to get in the good graces of these celebrities. Stop trying to get in the good graces of these celebrities, Haas. They don't rock with you, man. And you trying to get in the door, you trying to get in the industry. I don't really even know why you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it, man. Maino, y'all, I was on the phone with Maino and bruh, stop it, bruh. Stop it. Stand on business, man. Get down and lay down, nigga. Look like they gonna make you lay down, and if you lay down, you gonna stay down. Haas Campbell. Glasses Malone, man, big salute to you. Love the message. I thought that was fire what you did. I would have did the same thing, especially if I was a gang member on the West Coast. I'll start mobilizing these niggas. Fuck wrong with Adin Ross, man. Hold up, homie. We'll press everything man, you won't be able to step foot in LA. And everybody you rock with, we'll press we'll start banging on their door until we'll start banging on their doors. Nigga, keep playing around. You don't say nothing else to Dolce. Don't say nothing to no black woman. Just leave it alone. Get back in your bag. If you do that, if we have a problem and we can't get you, AD, goddamn T-Rail, ODM Slim, all you nigga, we'll get the banging on you. Yeah, we'll do that until they produce you. I thought that was fire. Salute to Glasses Malone, man. I know a war general when I see one. You know what I'm saying? And the king gonna respect the king, and the war general gonna respect the war general. Hustlers respect hustlers, and shooters respect shooters. So when I see that, I can't do nothing but salute it. You know what I'm saying? The music is on the way, man. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to everybody that's tapped in. You know, I like when y'all get in the chat and y'all be throwing ideas around and all that. Like I said, man, y'all y'all hold a percentage in this channel. You know what I'm saying? You know, we built this shit organically. We built this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Consistent content. You know what I mean? And that's why I always tell y'all, time and energy are the highest forms of currency. Because when y'all come in, y'all jump in the chat. That's worth more than money. You know what I'm saying? That's worth more than dollar bills. That currency, time and energy is priceless. It's not something you could put a price on. So before we ever even get to a dollar together, before I get this music and start pushing it in, and y'all help support, and we start doing our thing, and we get the ball rolling, just understand, you know, and y'all already know, you know, that the time and the energy is what built us up to this moment right here. You feel what I'm saying? The time and the energy spent in this channel, on this channel, is what got us to present day. And we're gonna talk more about that. And once I get this thing right and ready, and that's what I'm gonna be telling the people. You know what I'm saying? You don't, you know, like the homie, I just pull this channel up, man. You know, you don't get to get 2 rounds with me rapping or tapping and spitting and skitting. You got to put the time and you got to put the energy in. You got to be consistent. You know what I mean? So it don't happen like that. It don't work that way. But salute to my man. He was in the chat. You know, hit the subscribe button and stay subscribed to the channel. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? This right here was built organically. Time and energy was spent to be able to get to a position where we could We could sell this music, or we could sell this merch, or we can tap into the core fan base, the core situation of what we've developed over here. Big salute to the homie Zippy with the drippy. He's doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to everybody that has taken the time, put in the work, put in the effort to build up these channels with this content, with premium content. Because again, you could come up here every day. You could drop videos every day. You could go live every day. If the shit ain't pure dope, ain't nobody gonna buy it. You could come up here for 10 years and go live and still only have 13 people in the chat. You know what I mean? So for the few of us that made it out, for the few of us that are still making content, doing numbers, channels growing, big salute to them boys. Big salute to everybody. Big salute to me, man. We doing this. All right, so Mr. Universe, salute to you, man. To the homie, damn, where my dog at? Wisdom B, Charlie P, All In Alkaline Lifestyle. Everybody that's tapped into the channel, Trooper 69. Damn, let me see something. I'm gonna whoa. Let me see something. Let me see something. Add as moderator. Yeah, because you're a member for sure, but I want to make you a moderator. Salute to Mr. Universe, man. He got a wrench. I thought I did that already, but because you always come up as green, because you're a member. But I wanted to give you the moderator as well. I wanted you to be able to handle things in the chat if need be. You know what I'm saying? Put a gun in your hand. Big salute to the homie, man. Yeah, put a gun in your hand. There you go. So yeah, you a moderator and you a member, but you a moderator. Cause it's cool to be a member. But I thought I already thought that I had, but I wasn't sure. But it's cool to be a member. But I want you to be able to shoot shit. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to step on shit. You know what I'm saying? Hide shit. You know, do things like that. Salute to the chat. Breezy Santana, what it do? So yeah, man, we gonna get up out of here. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Gang.